Hi, beautiful people. How are you? I'm just doing a check-in again until I get things back right with my channel. We'll keep it pretty light over here. But I wanted to check in. Happy Baby Friday. I'll be with you for a little while today. And I hope that you guys are doing okay. All right. We are weeks away from another milestone I share with you guys, right? May 21st, I have 4 years, and I feel pretty good about that. Whew. But it's always tough right before a milestone, so I'm feeling all right. What's good, Lion of God? Doc, how are you? I'm doing a check-in, so I'll drop a link for you guys. I'm not really um I'm just here to chat with you guys for a minute. There's a lot that is going on, and hopefully by Friday we'll be back up and running. Okay. So far so good. So so yeah, I'm close to I'm pretty excited about my milestone. I'm pretty excited about uh just hanging on that long and being able to do that in front of you guys. I feel is the biggest flex. Not flex like I'm bragging or patting myself on the back, not like that, but just I feel that that's a big part of my testimony, and I show you guys that things do get better with a lot of work. A lot of work, right? Yeah. But how are you guys doing? A lot. Let me I do miss I gotta keep it light, you guys. Promise me, you don't have to promise me anything, but just give me a couple days and I will have things back up and running with my channel. I almost posted some of these bogus privacy strikes, but then I realized that would be giving this person clout and credit and all that stuff, and I just nothing them. Um, so we just have to wait it out. We just have to wait it out. That's all I can say. I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Doc, you're good. I'm just here chatting with you guys. Like I said, I won't be here that long. I just wanted to chat with you guys and thank you for your patience. Thank you for just letting me talk to you guys and see how you guys are doing. I think it's you guys could get mad at me. Listen, we have healthy debates, we have healthy exchanges, and it does get heated sometimes. But one thing I'll never do is flag you guys or try to harm your channel because I don't like what you're saying. I'll just I just think that's kind of lame. But everything that happens is gonna things are gonna happen the way they're supposed to happen. All right. In the meantime, I'm just gonna come and chat with you guys, chill with you guys a little bit, and that's just what we're gonna do. Hi, Rich. Congrats on the 4 years. Oh my goodness. I'm like, if you guys knew how far, just go back and look at a few of my videos. They won't make sense to you, but if you look at like my demeanor, you look at my skin, I do like how thin I was. So I'm not gonna lie, but it's just a completely. It's just so different. It's like night and day. And it's not just me telling you like, oh yeah, I did it. Like you can see the transformation after all these years. So I feel great about that. And that just took a lot. So today, some people don't like this new me because it's not somebody that you can push over. I'm definitely aware of just things that I wasn't aware of before, but I feel good. I don't live in the past. And, I have my boundaries, and that's just it. It's just good. It's just good. I shout out anybody that's on any type of journey, like recovery or any type of whatever. I shout you guys out because it's not easy. Oh, congratulations, House Slayer. Congratulations. MU, are you okay? I saw the exchange between you. Yeah, you guys, this is an open chat. You guys can talk about whatever you want with me. I'm just here to chat with you guys about some stuff. And why would we get mad at you? You rock grumpy. Thank you. So we're doing just light streams until I work out these appeals. I'm just waiting on one more, you guys. I think I'll be okay by Friday, which is tomorrow. or today actually. I don't know yet, but I've been keeping it light. I had to do a lot of things. I unsubscribed from a lot of people because I just want everything to go back to normal. And once I'm back in good standing, I'll resubscribe. I'll do all those things. I'll be back around. But first things first, I saw exchange between you and I was so upset about that. I'm sorry. Daisha, that was weird. That got to be pretty dark and messy, and I feel like it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm pretty upset about that. I am. Especially when I listened to Claude's commentary earlier, I felt that wasn't okay. You don't look like what you've been through. You are blessed. You look so good. Yeah, and when that person you just mentioned, Daisha, praying for me to really, I was just saying, praying, really trying to paint this picture of me. I know that that's how people get. It's dark. I'm still grateful for how far I've come. I'm grateful for my milestone, which is May 21st. I'll have 4 years, and I'm just really grateful to God because I just feel like he just restored me and gave me a lot of things back. Like I'm still here, I'm rocking. And I that's just my testimony, you guys. I hope that it inspires people that's going through the same thing. I'm just really, really grateful for that. You know, you're too kind. I apologize for my language. No, you don't gotta apologize for your language. You're good. You're good. Even pieces said how good you looked for all you've been through. Okay. I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate that. What's good, Smooth? What's good, you guys? I will try to talk about my my sobriety stuff anymore. Another reason I'm talking about it a little bit, and I'm not going to talk about it tonight. I'm just chatting with you guys. It's only because I got a milestone coming up, and I feel like with every milestone, that's right when I get hit with a lot of obstacles and just a lot of things because it's public. But I feel good still. I'm rocking. Smooth, what's going on with you? If they try to push you, they got to push me too. Doc always has my back. Doc is. Mhm. You guys know how I feel about Doc. MU, you're an inspiration. I actually learned a lot from you. Rich, I appreciate you. I'm a little, you guys, I just, I can't even explain it to you guys. I can't, but it feels okay. It feels okay. No, congrats to me. I once had 6 years. I'm not sober anymore. I can't take stolen valor. That's okay too, Health Slayer. There's no judgment. No judgment. All right, you guys. Do you guys want to? You don't care no more, Health Slayer? No. If you ever want to talk, I'm here. I'm here. I'm easy to find on TikTok. I'm easy to find on Instagram. I go by the same name. No, some of you are messaging. One of you are messaging me on Instagram about collab or something like that, but I can't see it. So if you are in the clouds or you think I'm ignoring you, I don't see your Instagram. So it might be better to leave me a comment under my video and tell me where your channel is, and I'll go. Smooth. Are you behaving? Are you guys behaving? Hank Panther, pride is no good. Okay, you guys. I'm not just but so there's been a lot. Be proud, misunderstood. Hank, I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm proud. Okay, since y'all not gonna come up and talk to me, let me look for it. Smooth. What are you doing? So, so you guys probably saw my community wall. You guys ever want to communicate with me? Just go to my community wall where I share stuff. But dang, I only been here for 10 minutes. What do I talk about with you guys? I'm pretty sure I have a video, but let me. What's good, call?
Hey, what's going on?
Adoring you, smooth. Okay, so to my chat, before I start talking to Claude, thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for appreciating me. I'm so sorry. My brain is tired. I just got off of Claude's live stream. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for supporting me and for, I love my new subscribers. I love my followers. I love the people, my day ones that are still here. You guys have seen me go through a lot. And for the ones that's just getting here, I love you too, because all you know about me is my politics and my views. And I appreciate you guys so much. It feels good to be comfortable in a space where we can talk about all kinds of things, you guys. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm here for. What's going on with you, Claude?
Well, I mean, just obviously just left the live stream. But you know what? Before that, I really had a very good day. Oh, I feel a lot better. I got it out of my chest. First, I have to thank you, and I have to thank you so much. I couldn't have a better person in my corner.
I'm sorry.
Before you, I cried myself to sleep at night. And you've helped me to deal with a lot of things, and no matter what, I will always hold you in the highest of regards, because you didn't even have to take the time out to do what you've done for me. And I will be 10 toes down for you. That's just the way it is. And anybody who has a problem with it, that's their problem. Certainly not a my problem. I'd like to thank Dr. Manhattan. It's a wonderful brother, man. He's I tell you what, he's amazing. I have the utmost respect for him as well. This has been a wonderful platform. There's my feisty friend.
Wait a minute.
The AirPod.
So I don't know if this is the person that I kicked off the platform. Am I good with 6L? Claude, keep
No,
talking.
that's the one from before. Let get them.
No, that's not that one.
Oh, it's not? Let me see. Because I can't see the
comment. My back chat?
No, I can't yet.
Hi.
Just a moment.
Now let me hear the first backstage. Hello. Are you there?
I don't see them.
You can't see them because my battery's up. Are you there?
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing very well.
What's going on?
Is it gonna go from like 9, 8, 7, 8, 7?
No, it's just my battery. Just making sure I'm not gonna get. No,
7.
No, fool.
2,
no, it's not.
1, 7.
Oh hell no. I'm good, fool. Good, stay in the chat.
It sounded like
you guys.
It sounded like that all-star.
Don't complain on my panel. I'm already I told you guys I'm trying to get my channel back in good standing. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, misery loves company.
You guys come up, speak. I'm friendly usually.
I was coming back to see if that's who I thought it was. I wasn't.
Did it sound like them though? It sounded like them to me.
Name in the back chat. Oh, my dog just
I was gonna come up here and cuss him out. Like, bro, stay over there in that sector that you and I know that we're from.
I put the name in the back chat. Let me know if this name is familiar.
It sure sounded like them.
Okay, I gotta ignore.
Yes. I called him again, right? Bro, okay. I don't want to
leave
this part of YouTube alone. This isn't for you.
Okay, let's talk about what we got going on. But
I knew
okay,
it.
so
I knew I heard them.
wait,
I
where'd
knew I
Doc
heard it.
go?
It sounded the same.
Did I scare Doc? That's my right hand. I scared my right hand away.
No, I
Oh,
don't. No, I know you didn't scare him. He probably. Yeah, that was that winner from before. I thought it was because I
no,
heard
that's
the.
not
I
his
heard the
name from
voice.
before, though. That's not his
They
name.
had a
You don't
different.
hear
They
him
just switched up the last 3 letters, but
Sorry,
I
got
could hear.
scared to
I could
cut my
hear.
chicken and cussing a dude out. So, all right.
I heard the voice. I knew it.
Yeah.
They thought since they changed the last, because they changed the last 3 letters in their name, they thought we wouldn't know anybody.
No, he's drunk. He thinks he can pull that
Hi,
off.
Black Pearl. Hey, you guys. How you guys
He's not
doing?
very smart, is he?
No.
You like his hat?
I wouldn't say he's even got room level IQ. His IQ is somewhere above freezing.
I might be giving him too much credit.
You're right. But I'm generous.
You are. That can't argue that. That's one of the few things I can't argue.
I mean, I've seen that dude take down channels. I'm not allowing him over here.
I don't blame you.
All right, I'm gonna go back on mute for a bit. Y'all can carry on. I'm gonna do dishes.
You said that chicken was a little too spicy, huh? Oh, he already went
A little
on.
too wait a minute. No, sir. Ain't nothing too spicy for me. Come on now. No. I just wasn't expecting it to be as spicy as it was. I was like, oh, all right. I can actually dig this. I'm on the B Dubs Wall of Fame twice for
Good night, TC.
for eating hot stuff.
Okay, so yeah, there's been a lot that's going on. And you guys, I come live every day. If you guys ever want to talk to me about something, you ever want to ask me something, I am very transparent. I'm an open book, and ask me. Now, Claude, I am sorry for your loss. I think that on social media, it's really hard because sometimes people will take that and use things against you. We'll never do that here, but I'm glad that you were able to get all that out during your last live stream. And sorry for your loss. I'll always be.
I thank you. Thank you once again.
You're welcome. Okay. I got you.
0. Yeah, I actually had that. I hadn't had Popeye's chicken in ages, and
Okay, 0.
I had a cheat day. Sorry.
There is no like. Hey, Carcino.
There's Carcino again.
Oh man. Hey, you guys. I want to fight. Oh no, link. There's a link. Hold on. MU. Have you ever thought about leaving the B sector, never going back, and just concentrate on your efforts on your channels? I've left. You don't really see me around, do you? I mean, how did I get into it with that one? How did that even start? Yeah, Desha, especially after all this. This is for you, since I'm here for a little bit. Yes. What's good, Malik? Greetings, everyone. Congrats.
I appreciate that, bro.
Focus and journey and Claude. Condolences, my guy. Malik, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I do have to get back on track. Guys,
Carcino's in a great mood because the Lakers are up 2-0.
I just get nervous when you start fighting. What makes you nervous? I get nervous too, Desha, but I get nervous too. I'm not gonna hold you. I do. And then it's hard for me sometimes to calm myself down, and I just kind of spin. And it seems like it always happens right before a milestone. It just does. So I just have to ignore some stuff. I'll talk about things, I'll put in my community wall, and I just have to move forward. I just do. I don't like to see people stress out over social media. I don't like that. When social media starts to affect your life, that it's just too much. That's why I love talking about politics, and I like talking about things that's happening in the world, like the redistrict. I can't say the word. Redistricting. I thought the fight you had with. You remember that? Karen 3 years ago was just a wreck. You remember that? Daisha, it's been a lot. I've been through a lot. I don't know where Casino is, but let me look for my my video. It was a wreck, Daisha. Yes.
He's playing. They played pretty well, especially compared to the Mets.
The
Mets won 12 in a row. Amazing. Sorry.
Now looking back, man, I regret everyone that I met, like thinking you're gonna do a healthy collab and stuff like that, Daisha. But no, I just have to stay in my little corner, my little neck of the woods. I'm good with my own people, with people that support me. I'm best with my own people and people that support me. My commentary is not for everybody, and that's okay. But that's a good question. So Daisha's saying, you're saying that I should never go back, even if it's just regular commentary. Nah. I hear you. I could do that. Actually, I think I'll take your advice on that. After what happened with Claude today, I'm good. Just stay in the clouds and watch. I only have to be in the clouds. I could just stay. I can just stay away. Hey.
What's up, New York?
Hey, listen, I'm a Laker fan. I'm enjoying this.
Oh man, a Laker fan in New York.
You knew that.
Diabolical.
Nah, I grew up again. I don't know how old you are. I grew up. I was a Laker fan before Magic got there. I guess that gives you an idea of how old I am.
Oh, okay.
Lucius Allen was the point guard.
Oh Lord, Daisha, don't even start, Daisha. You look. Okay, yeah. Okay, so
I'm not one of those bandwagons. I'm sorry.
So who is just as handsome? What did I walk in on? What's going on, Deja? You know anybody named Deja, you know you was named after Deja that was in Higher Learning, right?
That was in what?
The movie Higher Learning.
I remember that movie very well.
Yes. Everybody was named Deja. Higher Learning is the very first movie we ever saw about real life college. John Singleton made it, and Omar Epps and Tyra Banks is in it.
Ice
Cube, yeah, and it shows you
college. Rhymes was in it too, by the way.
I remember being at the movie theaters the first time guys have ever seen two women kiss on a movie screen, and it was the watch black people reaction to two women kissing on the screen, and it was like they were like, it was crazy. And then when Remy at the end, when the police was beating on Omar Epps and let Remy go, they were going to tear the movie theater up where I was at. They were going to tear it apart. If the ending didn't, good thing the ending turned out the way it did. If it didn't, that movie theater was tore up. The whole crowd was ready. It was like going to be a riot in it. I saw that movie in the hood. We were at Ford City Movie Theater in Chicago. You know where Ford City is. Everybody who knows, that's in the 71st Street. Now, I wouldn't dare go to Ford City today. This was back in 1995. I wouldn't dare go there now.
And it's called Higher Learning. Let me look that up.
Yeah,
Did you guys know this movie that he's talking about?
Oh, yeah. Anybody black know about Higher Learning?
I don't know about it.
Higher Learning is a great movie. It showed the real life side of college. And when I see Deja, that song, I love you, Deja. That was Tyra Payne. Give me all your love.
Look, a good movie.
Yeah, Uncle Claude know exactly what that is. He knew that song all the way. I love you, Deja.
I remember School Days as well, and I saw that, Malik. That was, I believe, that was either 88 or 89. Big Brother. Oh yeah, because he was talking about when he was. I think he was referencing when he was pledging alpha. I believe he's an alpha.
Oh, you talking about School Days?
Yeah, I remember that.
Big Brother Almighty.
Yeah. And a very,
you know these movies?
very young Tisha Campbell.
Yeah, Tisha Campbell. One of her.
Yeah, I remember that very, very well.
I was just watching one of her first movie roles. She was in Little Shops of Horror. Her and Tisha Campbell was in there. They were singing. They were the girls that was doing all the songs. Little Shops of Horror.
Yeah,
we had to do that.
That's a cult classic. Cult classic, especially here in New York.
Yeah, definitely. We had to do that in the school play.
Oh man!
All the songs, everything. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. And that was a black, that singer. He wrote a lot of songs for a lot of black hit songs. I'm a big bad mother from outer space, and I'm bad. I forgot his name.
Who wrote that?
I'm a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm bad. I forgot that black singer, man. He used to, I'm mean and green, and I am bad.
What Piston is that, Carcino? What you're wearing? What jersey is that?
Oh, Kay Cunningham, my Detroit Pistons. We won tonight, baby. We back, baby. Detroit, we up. Bad boys, we are back.
You want me to break out my Shaq jersey for the Lakers, don't you?
Oh man, Shaq.
Well, you did beat us in 04, thanks to Kobe.
That's right. We beat you in 04.
I remember that very well.
We play y'all again this year. We're gonna beat y'all again.
Well, you gotta get there. I don't think you're getting past Boston myself, but I digress.
Boston just lost to the.
I understand that. I saw the game.
Nobody.
I understand that. Listen, Philly. I figured Philly would win 2 games because Maxi's going to have a couple of those 40-point games. And Maxi and Paul George.
They finna bring him back. He just had appendix surgery. They finna bring him back. Look at my dog. Look at my dog. And my dog.
Yeah, there's the feisty one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs a haircut. Like, look at her.
Oh, look at her. She dominant too. Look at her.
Yeah, she needs a haircut.
She's an attention hound.
Not that long ago, right?
Yeah, but poodles' hair, you have to cut their. Well, I cut her. I would say 46 weeks, so she's going on 6 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. She's ready. She's ready. Stop! You chew my hair. I need that. Go. I was wondering what she was chewing on. But
I tell you what, Carcino, your man KD's legacy is going to take another hit. They get bounced out in the first round again.
Bad day.
100%.
I told you he was so. I warned you he was soft.
Played bad, but the refs were really trying to carry them.
Here we go.
Bad. He really played bad. He admitted he played bad. He's like, I played bad.
He's the softest superstar I've ever seen.
He's not soft. That's one thing. He's not soft.
He's soft.
No, you got to understand. The team don't have a point guard, so he has to play point. They're putting him in a position to play point guard because
he was soft in Brooklyn.
No, he wasn't
soft in Brooklyn.
The thing is that everybody else was hurt and they weren't stepping up, and they were going to this other guard, this white guy who cost everybody their money. If LBC,
well, you're talking about Harris.
Yeah,
because he was terrible from 3. He was like 50%. He went to like 20. He was dreadful. You're right about that.
Oh.
And there were a couple of days. I mean, there were a couple of games where KD played valiantly. That's fair. That's very fair. Very fair.
If it wasn't for his half toe being over the line, they had Milwaukee out of the series.
Listen, that was.
That's my dog. That's my Nyland.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
This dog just licked me. Hold on.
It's like 99 years old and dog's age.
Oh, well.
How old is she?
99 years in dog age.
Oh.
We got her in like 2005. She get
wow.
She's like oh yeah, she's bossy and feisty.
Shih Tzu, right?
Yep, Shih Tzu.
Yeah, those are good dogs.
Oh yeah, that's Miss Nyla there. She tell you what she want to eat. She picky. Don't
you have to walk her?
Oh yeah, you gotta walk Nyla. She'll go out in the back on her own, like in the backyard. But other than that, you gotta walk Nyla.
She'll like Fantasia Penelope.
I don't know. She don't like other dogs. She thinks she's human. And then,
hi, Timothy Whiskey. Hi.
Then this is our Australian Husky. That's Bash.
I used to have a Husky, but not a Australian one. Beautiful.
Yeah, he is something else. Bash. And he's so smart. Australian Huskies, they're herders. So they immediately start trying to herd other dogs together. And we go to the dog park, he go find everybody in the house. Cool. They just like their natural thing is to get everybody together. So he's looking for my mom. He knows my mom's not around, so he's looking for her. He's going to make sure everybody's accounted for. He's so like nervous. He's looking around like, where is she?
Dogs are incredible.
Yeah, can't find my mom. He can't find her. So he's going to all the spots where her scent was. He's going to like every spot where her scent was. Now he's going to find her. He's not gonna leave or get in the car until he finds her.
Look at you, you out of shape.
Oh, you out of shape. Look at you.
I wish I never had a dog when I was younger because I had asthma so bad when I was a kid, and I hated it because I love dogs. Dogs they're so funny. They're amazing.
Hang on, Malik, I got you. Yeah, that's cute.
They are amazing.
Yeah, and they all love me. I don't know how, but the dogs end up loving me. They see me and they go, "Hey, this guy's my friend."
Yeah, yes.
Little kids.
I want to find something for you. You guys can keep talking as I look for something.
Oh, for me?
No, well, I want to. Oh, I don't even know if I could. I find it. Usually, I have it here, but you know, I'm in the.
There was a huge fire here in New York, and I know that area very well. Wow, I got to check on a couple of people.
Let's see if I can find it.
That's horrible.
That's me and my sister. And it's
wait, let me come back.
We took that picture like 20 years apart. And we got the same pose.
Let me see. Oh, that's cute. Hi, Aaron.
Turn the light on.
Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah. So.
Oh, she's beautiful. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm like, we took that picture 20 years apart. I'm like, look at me. We took the same pose. I'm like, look at this. I'm like, that's my sister. We took the same pose. I'm like, shoot me from my good side. That's what And then when I took the picture, she took the same pose.
That's cool.
And then my mom was like, that was y'all as baby. Yeah, she's like, y'all look just.
Oh, wow. God bless.
I was like, yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Like, baby Cino. And my sister Tia. Look at her.
That's wonderful, man.
Yeah.
I am not breaking out mine. No way. I'm not there to do it anyway. But that's wonderful, man.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Family is.
I found what I was looking for. Okay.
It's amazing. That's amazing.
I wanna oh, you guys keep. Hi, good morning, Kaiser. Hang on, you guys. I want to run something by you, but I have to find it.
I haven't seen him in a couple of days. Good to see him.
You guys know we have this election coming up or whatever, and they're already crying foul play. Let's see if I can find it for you.
Yeah, all this redistricting, I get it.
I'm not gonna show a lot of this unless wants to show us more pictures. I'm always down for that. I just let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Everything I show is for educational and free purposes, but you guys gotta get out there and vote.
Conservatives. Oh, you know I'm voting.
Conservatives.
And now this election.
This is a light stream, but
I'm gonna vote.
On with our top stories that we're following, and one of the biggest news stories that came to us yesterday was one of those special elections that was being held in Virginia, and we now have an outcome that could impact the balance of power. Taking a look at your screen there, that's currently what things look like in Washington, D.C. But what we've learned is that this redistricting referendum that could now allow Democrats to flip up to 4 House seats has now passed in Virginia, marking a victory for the party in this ongoing nationwide battle to gain an electoral edge ahead of the fall midterm elections. I do want to put this up on your screen. This is there from Virginia's Governor Abigail Spanberger saying this, that Virginia voters have spoken, and tonight they push back against a president who claims he is, quote, entitled to more Republican seats in Congress. As we watch other states go along with these demands without voter input, Virginians refuse to let that stand. We responded the right way at the ballot box. And so this ballot measures passage with 51% from more than 3 million voters. Virginia's constitution will now be amended to temporarily grant the state's General Assembly, currently controlled by Democrats, the authority to redraw its congressional maps. And to talk a little bit more about what that ultimately means and how
that's cool. I think that anything to rig an election, anything to try to put it in the Democrats' favor is what they're going to do. So I just wanted you guys to just be aware of what's going on right before midterms. And
I'm fine aware of that, and you need to be aware of something too. And you need to look. I need you to be aware of something that just went down too. Democrat just resigned from Senate because they're under investigation. So she resigned because they said she was using campaign funds that was supposed to go to a emergency funds for the city. She was using it for her campaign.
And a ring.
Yes.
I saw it.
She ended up resigning, and she said she didn't have enough time. It was a witch hunt. So now her seat becomes vacant at the Senate. So now that is a new vacant seat, and it's caused this big. It was part of this election that you see with Virginia. So it was connecting to your story. So yes, I was quite aware of it, but that was a good thing. But yeah, you should bring that up too. That is huge. So like, if she's found guilty of that, she faces 53 years in prison.
Dang.
But
they're not going to give her that much time. They're not going to give her that much.
Well, I don't know. She resigned. She said she didn't have enough time to get her. It was a witch hunt, and they wanted her out, and she didn't have time to get her defense together. So she ended up having to resign. But she's still being prosecuted. That's coming up. And she's
dropped out, did allegations. Walls has dropped out, did allegations. Swalwell's dropped out, did allegations.
Well,
they're just dropping out like flies.
It was due to the fact she didn't have enough time for her defense to get her defense in order to defend herself. They were really pushing to try to get it, too fast. So she had to go ahead and resign her office. And she got time to get herself together to defend her case in the court of law. So quite sure the Democrats probably told her Democratic Party probably told her, just resign and go ahead and do this and this and that. Yeah. And then you have time to defend yourself.
Yeah, so it's 3 Democrats are resigning.
To do that. Yeah, they probably told her to do that legally. But yeah, you should find that Misunderstood, and that is a major story. She faces 53 years as convicted in prison.
And what is she?
Get that.
She's a Democratic woman. Yeah, she's a Democratic woman.
Okay,
I can't remember her name, but she's a Democratic woman.
Sheila Scherfeld. I can't pronounce it. Hold on, I think I have it for you guys here.
And she's a black woman, so I was
like, her name is Sheila, but I can't pronounce her last name. But I have it for you guys. Hold on. Let me hang on. Let me bring you guys in. Damn, this dude backstage. I'm not letting you up. Okay.
Oh, Eric Shahili? I don't even know why he was even in there. Democrats seem to hire the most freakiest dudes and people ever. I don't know what it is. They need to stop hiring these freaky people. They can't control themselves. Eric Shahili, oh my God, they let the wrong people in. That guy was bad going through the door. Way to go, Bush baby. That is definitely right.
What did she say?
Oh yeah, Bush baby.
That video. That's crazy. There's a lot of you guys. There's a lot that's just coming out. People are getting exposed left and right. The Democratic Party definitely has some. They should have said Republicans. That's not a Republican thing.
The Democrats are in trouble. I remember I had said that in the beginning. I said that the Democratic Party was in trouble.
Their problem is they like sleeping with each other. That's their problem. Their problem is sleeping with each other and other type of scandals. I think
scandals are getting exposed left and right.
Yeah, Democrats, man, they love having extramarital affairs and hookers, and I'll be like, and gay adult spires. Remember that guy from Florida, the gay dude? Like he had the fake wife and kids and everything. And he was still out with the white gay male stripper. I'm like, oh, good Lord. They thought he was gonna win Florida. I'm like, oh, this dude was a
well, you already see what happened with even though he was no longer in office, but Justin covered that guy that took his wife's life and all that.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. What was his name? Smallwood, right?
I covered that story. I mean
Smallwood, yep.
All three Democrats that ran for that race got caught. All in scandals. All three.
Oh yeah, I mean Republicans. They end up like trying to sleep with each other. So that's crazy. With them.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was.
What Republicans?
Republicans.
You just put that bag on Republicans for what?
Just like you just put the bag over the Democrats. No, the Republicans, man, the guy he got to resign.
Breaking news from the Hill, embattled Democratic Congresswoman Sheila Scherfeld McCormick is now resigning amid that House.
He's talking about Christy Noem and Corey Lewandowski, thinking that they had a relationship.
Well, I mean, you guys gotta understand that people are still people. You guys just want to judge Republicans. People are people, and that's why when things are exposed, get them out. You deal with it accordingly. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, Republicans are traditional and for family values. That's why a lot of them are married and those kind of things. So here we go.
Not really.
Oh gosh,
that's a mask. A lot of Republicans are full of shit. I mean, I know I live in the area of the Republics, so I see them. I just left the Trump party just now to come back home at the Trump spot, and a lot of them, it's like, dude, everybody there's a creep. like all of their Republicans and they're all creeps. So it's like they're on their third wife and they had 2 divorces. They're on the third wife.
But we can't judge people, Carcino. We're not in the business of judging.
If we can't judge the Republicans, then we can't judge the Democrats then. If we're gonna play that game. Malik, but I'm just saying in general that everybody's dirty. That's what I'm just saying. I'm not saying the Democrats ain't no good. The Republicans are the same way. The conservatives try, they just mask it because it damages their appeal.
Republicans, one of the reasons, now I'm talking about conservatives, I'm not talking about liberals. Malik, let me get you together. The president is a convicted felon. There's a lot of people that have been wrongfully, hold on, you guys need to hear this. Let me put myself.
He's not wrongfully accused.
There's a lot of people that's been wrongfully convicted in the United States. We all know that was a distraction from the election. That was so they can rig the election. And that's why the events that happened after that, that's why that took place. I'm not here to cape for Donald Trump. I'm not here to cape for Donald Trump, but I'm just here to tell you guys the news. And Donald Trump is in office because the American people voted him in office. And we have to just learn how to deal with that. Okay?
We voted a convicted felon.
We did not.
Why does she look familiar? Stop playing.
Claude, you got something you want to tell us? Okay.
No, I said she looks familiar. I'm just saying.
Ethics pro.
That's her name.
She is now the 3rd member to step down in just the past week. Our Jay O'Brien joins us now with the breaking news. All right, Jay, what do we know?
Yeah, Kira, this came as the Congresswoman was staring down the barrel of a very likely expulsion vote that would have happened any day now. And as the House Ethics Committee, which found her guilty about a week or so ago, even more than that, of 25 charges, if you will, though it's not a legal process, it's a political one, but found her guilty of 25 violations of House ethics rules. That same committee was preparing today to begin what is, in a sense, the sentencing phase of that guilty verdict. But again, it's not a legal process, it's a political one. That would have been then a recommendation to the entirety of the House of Representatives, potentially to expel Sheila Sherfless McCormick from Congress, which would have taken a 2/3 vote. But even some Democrats, McCormick's own colleagues, were preparing and signaling like they were going to vote for expulsion because of the seriousness of what she had been accused of. The House Ethics Committee, again, found her guilty in a sense on those 25 charges. That included allegations of campaign finance violations, all of which McCormick denies. And then McCormick was also criminally charged with federal charges. She was accused of misusing and in a sense, stealing $5 million of COVID relief funds and using it for personal expenses, including a gift, including a golden ring that she was seen wearing in campaign photos and even her official portrait here in the House of Representatives. She has again denied any wrongdoing, and she has issued a statement. I want to read from it here, Kira. She says, quote, "This was not a fair process." She says the Ethics Committee refused her attorney's request for a delay to prepare her defense. And then she says, quote, "Rather than play these political games, I choose to step away so that I can devote my time to fighting for my neighbors in Florida's 20th congressional district. I hereby resign from the 119th Congress." She goes on to say, be careful about the precedent that expelling a member who had not been convicted on criminal charges would have set. All of this brings to mind George Santos, of course, who was expelled after multiple attempts from Congress while he was still facing criminal charges. George Santos, though, the scale of fraud that he was accused of, it pales in comparison to the scale of fraud that McCormick was accused of here. But again, she denies any wrongdoing, Kira.
All right, we'll stay on top of it as this develops. Jay O'Brien from the Hill for us. Jay, thanks.
Okay, so that's... I will be following.
We're going to continue to monitor that. However, we did want to break in.
I think, like I said, there's a lot of fraud now. Jay Dunn is bringing up the Central Park fire. I don't know what got into Jay Dunn tonight. That is,
That's funny. She brought up the Central Park 5.
Yeah, it's kind of Claude's fault. It's kind of Claude's fault. Like I said, there's a lot of people that have been wrongfully convicted. Trump,
We don't know that.
The reason, so yes, we know what happened to Central Park 5 because Claude
but we don't know Donald Trump. We don't know Donald Trump has been. We don't know if Donald Trump has been wrongfully.
Well, I can't put Donald Trump in the same category as the Central Park 5. I would never do that. But I tend to cover what's current right now, because we are in a new we're in 2000.
Yes, but we have no facts that he's been wrongfully convicted.
That was just to rig the election.
No, we're going to hear more about that too. He always cries about the elections are rigged.
That's your
rigged election.
But the fact remains he's been convicted on 34 counts. Now you can have your own opinion to that and say, I don't think it's because
there's a lot of people that have been convicted wrongfully, and
there has been, but that doesn't mean Donald Trump has. Just because other people have doesn't mean that that's the case with Donald Trump.
I think that what's more important is that in the United States that we support the commander-in-chief and we stand for our country and stay united. And some people need to stop causing division. Some people need to stop causing division because that makes you a troublemaker.
No, it isn't. There's a law in place saying that you can disobey the commander-in-chief if you feel
United States shouldn't, but people take advantage of that.
If he gives you an order that is unconstitutional, you have the right as a military leader to resist or to not follow the command of the commander-in-chief. That is a law. And that's why these guys are suing Donald Trump right now for being fired, because he fired a lot of the black generals in the military. And he's facing a lawsuit right now.
Why does Ness need to be in jail? Jay Dunn got her own thing. Listen, so I tend to talk about really, Malik. Trump is the master of misdirection. Trump is in office because he was the lesser two evils plus war and conflict equals big money. Trump is in office because the American people wanted the borders protected and American people was not going for the stuff that Harris was trying to throw at us. We don't want men playing in women's sports. We didn't want that. We didn't want gender reassignment surgeries for kids and for prisoners to be paid at the expense of our tax dollars. Okay,
I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't want that either.
But that's why Trump won. Daisha, girl, that's why Donald Trump won.
It's not why he won.
There was two. We didn't have a primary. We had the choice of two. People chose the better of the two. Donald Trump won a popular vote. And
Donald Trump won because the Democrats were unorganized. They were fighting amongst themselves. It was a complete division between the two. People don't remember Kamala Harris only had a half of a election term. Biden was the one running for re-election when he should have stepped down from the beginning. He didn't want to step down, and the Democratic Party split into two. So Obama gave their support to Kamala Harris and not Joe Biden. So
Kamala was in there for 4 years, dude.
They done.
He was ready to drop. As soon as Joe Biden was ready to drop, she was ready to accept being president.
Joe shouldn't have ran for re-election. I don't think Joe Biden
he should have never ran.
I think
he should have never ran for re-election. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
I don't think he should have ran. I think Kamala or whoever they were going to go with, they should have went with. But Joe he was defiant that he wanted to, run again for re-election. And when he did
he even know he was running?
Yes, he did. But
I'm not sure because he was half asleep half the time.
He had that Vince Carter meme. I got one more in me.
Joe knows more than that dummy we got in the White House right now. So
no. I gotta get
some water.
Absolutely not.
No, I didn't get it. I gotta get some water. Yeah.
Right. I would rather have Sleepy Joe than the guy that's doing what he's doing right now to us.
You want to pay $20 for eggs again?
Well, we paying that now, ain't we?
No. I just put two for $3. 2 for $3.
Right. Well,
two dozen for $3. I just paid.
It wasn't that with Joe. Joe was fixing.
Yeah, you're right. It was about $18 here in New York.
Yeah, we
$23 here in California.
Joe was in there trying to make the mess that he left for the first.
By raising the price of eggs to $23.
Man, I'm not
raised the price to $23. He was dealing with the mess Donald Trump put in place, and he was trying to fix it. But it just takes time to, like, the next president that takes over from him, you know, how to unscrew us from the mess we're in now, how much that's going to cost us. I mean, people don't think about the fallout after this war.
I view it as Trump unscrewing the mess Biden put us in. But
Obama, I tell you what, Obama, the economy was much better.
What do you mean?
I said under Obama, the economy was much better. How did Biden screw this up?
Are you crazy? Biden didn't put us under anything. Biden, that's what I'm saying. We had better relationships with China. We had better relationships with Iran. We have better relationships.
Because we were kissing their feet.
We're going to give up all the tariff money. It's going to go right back to those other countries. Do you realize we lost in court with the tariffs? Mm-hmm. So they said it was illegal for Donald Trump to do what he did with the tariffs. So now it
cost the people $1,800 each.
So
the tariffs were a huge mistake.
Yeah, he has to refile. He refiled it under another clause because they said it's illegal to do it under the clause you put it under. So now the other countries, once they got the first ruling, they put in a refund, like you got to kick the money back to them, to the other countries. So they put that law in effect. So Trump went and refiled it under another claim to say, no, now we're putting the tariffs under this. Now that's got to go back to the floor, to the courts. And once the court said this is still illegal, now all that money got to get refunded back to those other countries. Now we're going to be in more debt than we've ever been in before, because those people are going to get their money back from the tariffs. It's going to be a nightmare, the fallout from all of this war with Iran. This is why I told people before, we have already lost the war with Iran. You just don't know it. That's the problem. And I was like, y'all don't know it. We've already lost. We're the biggest country in the world. And we look very weak because right now we have spent, like in the last 7 days, we can't control the strait. That we've already said that you got Trump lying every day. Oh, we got the strait. It's open. Iran's like, no, it's not. It's closed. And we closed it. And he's like, why did they do that? It's like they did.
Well, those ships will come right to the Gulf.
No, it's not. We spent over $100 billion.
They've already started doing that.
They've made over $20 billion since the war started. So we are losing money in the war.
With no leadership.
Over $20 billion they've made since this war started. Iran. They didn't control the whole strait. Now they control all of it. So this is what I mean. We are losing. Why do
a pipe dream to me?
We're winning. I'm like, what? In what world are we winning when we lose $100 billion in a month? We're not winning anything. We're not gaining anything out of Iran. We're not getting their oil. We're not controlling the regime. We're not controlling the strait. So what are we winning? We're not. So we don't have any places there. Israel's been just ravaged with bombs. They're in shambles. Why are we in this war? This is
Iran's been hemorrhaging money since the start, since we've been blockading them and cutting them off from theirs.
Whoever you getting your news from, buddy, you have been getting a bunch of lies.
Okay.
Iran hasn't lost a dime in this war. They have not lost 1 cent. They've gained
Get out of here. Crazy.
They've made over $20 billion, sir. I have done the research. They've made over $20 billion. We have spent over $100 billion in 6 weeks. Period. That is the facts. China was paying them. Those boats was coming out because they controlled the straits. China was getting their oil consistently. And even now, when they just destroyed that China freighter that was coming from China,
isn't their only funder though.
It's not their only.
They're losing money from other BRICS countries.
They were losing money. No, the other British companies are losing money.
BRICS.
Right. The
people
BRICS
that were in
area,
line with Iran are
it's
losing
not
money
about
because of
oil. Everything is not about oil. They're losing the grains. Like they don't have popcorn on the shelves in certain countries because they get it from Iran. They get their grain, everything. So when that was closed, they couldn't get it. So other countries don't even have popcorn on the shelf, and they pissed about that.
So they're losing money to popcorn, is what you're telling me.
Popcorn, grain, other whatever things grain make,
Okay.
like cereal, everything is off the shelf in these other countries. See, I watch world news. I don't watch Fox,
So do I.
CNN. I gotta watch world news.
All right.
That's why I have the
very
World
salty way
Wide
of
Web.
thinking, Chino.
So I can know what's really going on. I can't go by the propaganda that America tell us to be cool. America's telling us Iran killed Charlie Kirk. So this is why I can't listen to all this nonsense that we have in the world in America. If you want the truth, you got to go to the source, and you'll find out what's really going on. That's why I was like, I understand why people in America say that, but then you got stuff like this.
I actually listen to Iranians that are on the
had
ground.
Charlie Kirk killed, and this is.
I listen to Iranian reporters.
This is at every store in America.
Which family?
Pushing this garbage lies around.
I listen to Iranian reporters that give it live on the ground.
What paper is that?
What's that, the Sun? To Iranian reporters, then you know that what you say is completely nonsense.
No, no.
Because I've listened to those guys too, and they're telling you, Donald Trump has lied in every single interview he's ever done.
No. Donald Trump is known for being one of the most transparent presidents that we've had. And again, you guys, I'm not here to hate for Donald Trump because I'm not a Trumper, but I just wanted you guys to know that Donald Trump he's very transparent. That's why he's got his apps. That's why he's constantly tweeting about what he's doing. We know about Donald Trump. We know what Donald Trump gives.
No, he's very talkative. Listen,
you may not like him. You may not like him.
It's not about liking him. If somebody lies, they're lying. This man told us.
Show me your source.
We don't need to go. We don't need to really go into all that, Christina.
Oh, we don't need to go into his lies, okay?
Because no. Number one, Donald Trump needs to focus on what's happening.
He's a pathological liar.
He's not a liar. No.
He's a liar. He's a pathological.
Donald Trump, you got me caping for Donald Trump. Listen, I think at the end of it, I'm not caping for him.
Yes, you are. You're caping for him, and I don't even know why. This man just literally lied. This man told you that he was in negotiations with these people. He was in control of the strait. We control the strait. And then the next day, Iran closed the strait.
What I'm saying.
So how can we control the strait? And Iran just closed it the next day and said, "Oh, they got a little cute." They got a little cute. What do you mean? You just said we control the strait. This man does nothing but lie. He has lied in every. Iran keeps telling you this dude is lying. Like I don't know what y'all talking about. Iran has told the truth.
How are you even American? What's wrong with you? Donald Trump is doing what Donald Trump needs to do to protect the country. And sometimes the American people cannot handle what is going on. So he may have to say, okay, this and that. So people don't worry and he doesn't cause panic. When you're trying not to cause panic, so that way to protect national security, then that's what you're gonna have to do. But
he's manipulating the stock market. These people have not lied to me. These Iranians have told the truth from day one, and they have not lied. And I was like,
you want the flag behind you again, Carcino?
Yep.
I'm going with the people that ain't lying.
Serious?
I can't stand with people that's lying. I'm like, when you lying and you're not telling the truth, then we got to.
So this the whole country?
I don't care if Donald Trump lies like a rug. I'm not going to stand behind the people who want death to America. Period. They're not going to. They're not coming to save us. These people do not. They want death
to the lying system that is in place. And I don't have a
Well,
problem.
say all that you want. Say all that you want, but if they ever get a chance to bomb us, they're gonna bomb us.
They're not bombing us. Even Trump said they're not.
Okay.
Now you like Donald Trump, right? Didn't he just say?
So why did they try to? So why did they try to hit that island with the ICBM? Why did they try to hit that island with the ICBM? They aimed at they took direct aim at a base over in the Indian Ocean with the ICBM. You're trying to say they wouldn't bomb us?
No, because
Get out of here.
Trump knows they're not, because
Get out of here.
They're not trying to build a bomb. We've already got that agreed. They're not trying to do that. He said that in his press conference, in his interview. You listen to him, right? So if you listen to him, you heard
First chance that they get the bomb,
Iran is not trying to make a nuclear bomb. They never was. That's why he said, well, we're way past that. They don't even want to make a bomb. That's what he said. They don't even want to make a bomb. We're past that. We're past that. We already got that approved. They don't want to make a bomb, so we've already got that worked out.
That's him saying that they're
Why are you talking like that?
Because that's Donald Trump.
That's him saying that they're submitting.
Iran would never submit. Like, are you serious, Doc? Are you trolling, Doc? Are you?
No.
You must be trolling, because there's nothing. What has shown you in Iran that they have?
Who's gonna call you by a troll? You got the Iranian flag behind you, my man.
That's not a troll. I'm saying that these people are not lying. These people have not.
I don't care.
Tell me one lie Iran has
told. So you're all for them putting out a cardboard cutout for their leader, right?
A cardboard cutout for their.
You didn't see that they presented their leader, their new leader, with a cardboard cutout.
This is
okay.
Wow. This is
they did that like the 4 or 5 days after they killed the. What's his name? I forget his name. Ayatollah, yeah.
What does that mean? I mean, what does that mean?
They were trying to present the new Ayatollah, his son, and his son was a cardboard cutout.
Okay. You got the cardboard cutout. In the middle. Do you realize that there's a
in the middle? No, dude, they ran a whole parade and everything for this guy, and they brought him out there, and they tried to make this cardboard cutout look realistic as all hell. And
yes, they're in a war. Do you realize that this is a war situation?
Why have a parade then? Why would you have a parade if you're in a war, knowing that could be targeted? Why would you have a parade in a war? So that makes it even more.
I can't believe that you
are you familiar with war? This is to build morale.
Oh my God!
They have a whole different. They don't have your Western philosophy. They deal with a whole different.
Just gather thousands of people up for a parade in the middle of a war.
You're not gonna see the world leaders out in public when you got Trump bombing from
man. Kim Jong-un would flex his military might at the drop of a hat. Stop it.
No, all I know is Iran did not.
We've seen him do it.
If they told a lie, I would sit here and tell you Iran has told a lie. And I've looked for it. I've checked. I was like, I want to see if they're lying. They have not told a lie. And
can you imagine? What would you be like if we rolled out a cardboard cutout of Trump? You would rag him till the days come home. Stop it, bro.
Doc.
Yes, you would.
Doc, no one's bombing the United States of America.
I'm saying if they had the chance, they go for it.
You gotta be trolling. Because
did we ever think 9/11 was going to happen?
No.
I mean, come on.
9/11 is an inside job.
We probably didn't think Pearl Harbor was going to happen either.
Our own country bombed our own buildings. Stop. Okay.
So we sacrificed over 5,000 people just to make a point, is what you're saying.
We did that. Every fact prove it. The United States bombed 9/11. It had nothing to do with Osama bin Laden, no Indians, nobody from terror. You think 13 immigrants is going to steal 3 planes? This is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. No 747 can do that. No 747 fuel jet can burn steel. Anybody with common sense know that. No 747 jet fuel could burn steel and make it fall straight down. It's not going to happen. It was planned. It was set. They blew the buildings. They came down straight. It was a demolition. Stop. They even did Building 5. You forget about Building 5? They got the audio when they say pull it. When they say pull it, that means boom, blow it. Everybody knows.
Remember?
So it's like are we gonna live in the lie, or are we gonna live in? Do we want to know the truth? You want to know the truth, or you want to live in the lie? It's all about that. What do you want to do? You want to believe the lie? Believe the lie, because the lie becomes legend. They print it. You want to believe 6, 7 Muslims just stole planes and 747s and ran them in the buildings, and then they made buildings fall? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. One went to the Pentagon. The Pentagon. Did you see the video they put out? Exactly. Didn't happen. All of it is lies. This was done by Dick Cheney, and he organized that to start a war to get the contract with Halliburton. If you really want to know the truth, this is about Halliburton controlling the oil and the fight overseas for the oil. They only targeted Saddam Hussein because nobody knew what Afghanistan was. They was like, we're going to war with Afghanistan. Nobody knew. They don't have an enemy. They don't know who that was. So we needed Osama bin Laden. So we went into 2 different wars for no reason. We made up a thing called weapons of mass destruction, which ended up
that was beta. No, that part was. Because he wanted to finish what his father.
All of it is one big lie. That's why you don't understand it, because you only know one part of it. It's all a big lie for the company Halliburton for contracts to drill overseas for oil. And this was billion-dollar contracts with Dick Cheney, who was the real president of the United States, not George Bush Jr. George Bush Jr. was an idiot. Dick Cheney was the president of the United States. Everybody knows this.
Okay,
this is why everyone who's
Kamala Harris was the president and not Joe Biden.
You're hearing real information probably for the first time in your life. This is what's really was going on. Dick Cheney was our president, not Donald Trump. I'm sorry, not Donald Trump, but not George Bush Jr. George Bush Jr. was
a clown.
He had no control. It was all Dick Cheney. He made all decisions. He was the first vice president ever to be in control. And he could stay in the shadows.
Well, let's be fair. I mean, George W. was dumb as a rock.
Exactly. He was dumb as a rock. He was a drunk. He used to party. He had no, like, president. He told him to just do all the speaking. Dick Cheney just stay in the background. And he had all of his people in the White House. Normally the president pick his people that want to come in. No, Dick Cheney kicked all them out, brought in all his people. Donald Rumsfeld, all his guys that were dirty. These people were the lowest.
I think it's
the Republican Party.
I think that it's shameful that you guys live in a country that you don't respect, because there's people that's dying to get here. If you want to carry the Iranian flag, why don't you go live in Iran?
I don't have to live over there. It's America. This is freedom of speech to tell the truth.
People just abuse it. It doesn't make the country look good that there's a bunch of people that are just ungrateful for what we have here. You guys act like this is the most horrible country in the world. If you're not making it in the United States, you're not making it because you don't want to make it, period. You need to work harder, stop crying about what you don't have, and work for what you want. Nobody owes you anything.
Nobody in America owe me anything. I'm just telling the truth.
I'm just speaking in general. I didn't say Carcino said that.
I know.
I didn't say that. But I feel that at the end of the day, number one, we're in a war. I think that it's not smart for Americans to sit here and want Iran to win the war, just so people can say, look, I told you not to vote for Trump. Because people that voted for Trump don't regret voting for Donald Trump. They don't. All you have, you have rhinos and you have confused people that were never really Republican, that will lie and pretend that they regret their vote for Trump. They really didn't vote for Donald Trump. They're just lying. Just like you have the paid agitators and things like that. Listen, again, I'm not here to cape for Donald Trump. I'm just telling you guys what's happening to. Can you stop doing that? What's happening today? I'm telling you guys what happened today. Stop saying that. If you live in this country, be grateful for this country because we have a lot of opportunities here. And it's a shame that some people want to sit and whine and cry about what we don't have when we have plenty. Get out and work. I'm not saying that you guys don't work, but stop complaining. Serve your country and just be grateful for where we live. Okay.
Yes, I'm grateful that we still
This was
have
not personal.
a roof over our head right now before Trump can take it all away. I'll be grateful when he is out of office, so we can get a real president in office, somebody who can really.
If Trump was a real dictator like that, though, you wouldn't be able to say any of this.
Hey, not Voltaire.
So you want a dictatorship?
No, no. I'm just saying, if he is a real dictator, like some people like to think that he is,
he
wouldn't be able to see
like
a thing.
Did we not have?
He moves like a dictator, but he's still able to say things about it.
Tiny Tears, we know the truth. We know the truth.
Yeah,
but every now and again,
by the Constitution
from the left, so we know.
Did he have military on the streets? Did he have military on the streets, Doc?
How are you, DK?
Didn't he have ICE on the streets, policing the areas? Only dictators do that, right?
No, people.
He's removing illegals.
This is insane.
Brainwashed.
He wasn't moving illegals. He was moving American citizens in there as well. He had some illegals.
A few American citizens compared to the thousands of illegals.
What thousands?
It wasn't broad brush. That wasn't no broad brush paint stroke, man. Like it was all American citizens.
No, well, I saw the American citizens murdered. I saw 2 American citizens murdered on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you.
And that kind of thing happens.
If you are in this country, then you should support this country and stop crying about what you don't have. I'm not saying that you're crying personally, but it just sounds like a bunch of people would rather live somewhere else. That's all I'm saying. Respectful.
Especially when you're like a protest type of riot type of atmosphere or protest type of atmosphere, those kind of things happen.
Well, those things happen
because
the people are very unhappy, right. And there's things that's happening that's unjust, and it's against the Constitution.
Yeah, it happened. And those kind of things do happen. It's unfortunate, but those kind of things do happen.
Okay, Doc. Imagine if the military came.
I can't root for Iran. I just can't do it. That's just the way it is. There's no way. I don't care if Trump lied like a rug. I can't. I cannot root for a group of people who want death to our country. Not gonna happen.
Guys, if I can move his flag, I would take that flag and throw it. But he's clearly trolling you guys.
Oh, it's no troll.
He wants to be the new Ayatollah. That's what it is.
I'm just saying. I'm with the people who are telling the truth.
That would be Immute. So then it was Immute because Immute tells the truth. And if it was not true, I would not report on it.
Iran is telling the truth. Trump has been lying. That is the truth. That is absolutely the truth. Our president has lied to manipulate the stock market. Every time he comes out and tells a lie. Propaganda. That's not propaganda. It's not
cite your sources. This is facts. It can't be facts just because
you're saying what I'm saying. I can prove exactly.
Stocks are taking a hit all over the place, dude.
Every time Trump has made a statement, he said the war was over. This is it. It's over. The stock market would go up. And then Iran would have to put out a statement saying, no, we have not talked to Trump. We don't know who in the world he's talking to. He hadn't talked to anybody. He just was saying it. And he even came out and admitted saying that, Pete, what's the name? Hellsmurf said, well, the president's got to say things to keep the people in line while other things, we're trying to work on relationships and talking. But we want to keep the people calm.
So how many times do you think the president can get away with that before the stock market does a rebound?
I don't know. How many times can he? Because that is supposed to be illegal. It's manipulation of the stock market.
I'm just saying.
He did it.
I'm just saying. You claim that this has happened. So how come the thing hasn't crashed already?
Are you listening to Donald Trump when he give his speeches? MU has played them right here. You've been in the chat. You saw Donald Trump come out and say this crazy stuff that we all listening to. He told you the war we won like 3 different times. He first told you that the war was going to be over in 3-4 days. That didn't happen. He told you that Iran was already begging to make a deal. That didn't happen. He told you everything he's told you has been a lie. There's nothing he's told you has been true. What has happened?
They went to the negotiating table to begging to make a deal. The difference between that and making the deal itself. There's a difference in between that and actually coming up with the deal, sir. They wanted to go to the negotiating table. They were begging to make a deal that was beneficial to them.
Dude, you must be smoking crack at night. Because there's these people were not they were not in contact with Donald Trump. What are you talking about? He had to talk to Pakistan to get them in a third-party conversation. Iran was not talking to him. Why would you talk to him? They had no plans. He said they were out of missiles. They had they had nothing but drones. Their military is gone. We destroyed all their ships. They're done. They have no more bombs. Next thing you know, they have no more ballistic missiles. They're bombing still in Israel.
Carcino
what is that telling you?
Very few and far in between. Very few and far in between, Carcino. Very few and far in between. They might have a couple of bullets left in the chamber.
This is where Carcino wants to live. Hold on, I got you guys.
I know he wants to.
You are in such.
He wants to go to Toronto bad.
Thank you so much for the super sticker. Let me read the super sticker. You got real smart math. Tell us how your I'm not gonna read what he called you. That's not nice. Tell us how your constitutional rights to freedom of speech applies in a YouTube chat. Thank you for the super sticker. Sorry for the word, Christina. I'm sorry about that.
Well,
He called you a fun-living human. That's what he called you.
Oh, okay. This dude, it's not my fault he's ignorant, but thank you for the super chat. Let me tell you something. Ignorant human being, let me inform you on something. There's 89 other countries in the world that are free, buddy. Did you know that? America is not the land of the free. We're not the only one, buddy. UK is free. Spain, free. Everybody's free. 89 other countries are free.
To be fair to him, he never said that we're the only free country.
No, he didn't, but he put it in the slide.
Putting out video claiming to show its troops attacking and seizing commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. The images, set to music, show them masked and armed. 2 ships from the international waterway into Iranian waters, according to Iranian state media. All just
something about this seems very AI.
Ceasefire with Iran.
Iran has gone from having the most lethal navy in the Middle East to now acting like a bunch of pirates.
The president escalating pressure on the Iranian regime by also keeping a U.S. blockade on Iran's ports, costing the regime an estimated $435 million a day. The president saying in a new interview he feels no time pressure as he waits for Iran to return to talks.
They can't move oil in and out. They can't even pay their own people.
MSNBC.
From Tehran tonight, NBC News reaching a former Iranian military commander with close links to the government who says there will be no talks unless the U.S. blockade is lifted. Do you think there will be negotiations again here in Islamabad?
Why are you talking like that?
Decision of Trump. If they cancel the blockade of the Iran.
And he denies Iran's leadership is divided, telling me there are multiple ways to contact the new supreme leader who has not been seen publicly, including passing notes. It's been reported that it's hard to contact him, that communication is difficult. Is that true?
Well, Trump said.
That looks like you're holding a PSP.
Gaining an agreement that he argues is tougher than the nuclear deal President Obama got after 18 months negotiating with Iran, which placed limits on Iranian uranium enrichment for 15 years. The White House says Iran must agree to stop all enrichment.
Keir Simmons joins us now live from Pakistan. And Keir, you have some new reporting for our viewers about that shakeup at the Pentagon?
This is almost over. Let me look at this.
Tom, the Pentagon announcing that Secretary of the Navy John Phelan is departing the administration effective immediately. This is a civilian post appointed by the White House. Undersecretary Hung Kao will replace him. It's just the latest Pentagon shakeup. The Army Chief of Staff was fired early this month.
We thank you for.
Okay, guys. So that's where Casino wants to live. Now, as much as I do not like what Casino is saying, please don't call him. Just prove your point, but you don't have to, like, call him on his name. But I think
he can call me anything he wants. Whatever he prefers. It's America. I don't care what he calls me.
All right, curse him out then.
But it just shows where he's unenlightened.
I like Real Trump. Real Trump said has a lot of passion and he loves his country. I can't hold that against him. I can't hold it against him. We need more people like Real Trump said, and he doesn't like propaganda spread on platform. That's just him. That's just him. Thank you for the super sticker, my friend.
I never spread propaganda. I only speak truth.
The truth
Everything
is,
I'm saying, you can
Iran
look
has
up.
been a threat to the United States, and now the United States is doing what it has to do to protect its citizens. And
that's propaganda. Iran, tell me one time Iran has started a war with anybody. Iran has never.
Is another man's lyrics. F your verbiage.
Ever.
Thank you for the super
started
sticker.
A war with anyone. Iran has never started a war with anyone.
Make sure you guys call names all day. You guys call names all day. You can't be mad at Real Trump said. You know what I like about Real Trump said? He loves the country. He loves the country. So I can't hold that against him. And Casino has an Iranian flag. It has people upset. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Why would that make you upset?
They should know.
You should be upset with your country. Real Trump guy, you should be upset that Donald Trump has been lying to you. That's
Donald Trump has not been lying. So Casino believes everything a Democrat president says.
No, it's not about that. I never said a Democrat. I never said anything. I said Donald Trump lied to you. Every time he comes out and speak about the war, he has lied. Hold Donald Trump accountable. Hold our president accountable for lying.
I hold everybody accountable for lying. I do not like
call him out for being a liar because he lied.
I hold everybody accountable that's being a liar, but I also understand that you have to protect this country no matter what. And some people can't handle it. They can't handle what Donald Trump is doing, so he has to do it anyway.
So he has to lie to us?
Now, lying is not saying, you know what, we're going to negotiations, we're going to have a ceasefire. If the other part does not do, if they renege on their promises, that's not a lie. It means it didn't work out. Stop being so extreme.
It's not extreme. Donald Trump said he was in negotiations when he was in negotiations with no one. He said that 3 weeks ago. He was begging for Iran to try to get a workaround. So he talked to the people in Pakistan so that they could reach out to Iran to get them to come to the table. They agreed on 80% of the deals, and the United States sent J.D. Vance there, and then they wanted to, at the midnight hour, wanted to try to change things around. And Iran said, hey, wait a minute, that's not what we agreed upon. And they said, well, this is what we agreed upon now. They had 80% of everything pretty much approved and agreed upon. And that last 20%, they decided in the magic hour when they went to Pakistan to turn things around.
You have to understand
I hear you say the United States sent their second in command over there. Did Iran happen to send their Ayatollah?
Of course not. They would never.
No. All right then. So it would be dumb for them to send their head guy then, right?
Well, you're making this.
You might as well send your negotiator, your expert negotiator.
You're making the conversation not what we're talking about. We're talking.
I know. You just reminded me of that. I'm sorry.
Right. So the deal is about the actual deal. They were 80% agreed upon everything. That we had an 80% agreement on everything. So when they came in for this deal, the United States did a twist when they got there and started making changes. And they were like, wait a minute.
That Iranian flag
is part of the deal. So once they did that and Iran said no, they thought they could just bully Iran into it and they can just get out of this war. No, it was now Iran is up. It's up. And now Iran is not backing down. And now the United States is going to be, and they're going to do this blockade thing. Okay, let's see how well this is going to go over with everybody else. Because if you're going to do this blockade, we're going to do a blockade. Nobody's getting anything. Let's see how much your rich UK and your Russian partners are going to think about your blockade.
I keep showing you guys. Let me cheer you guys up a little bit. Oh, no, I'm not going to cheer you guys up.
They just showed a bunch of ships that turned around and started heading toward the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America.
Iran is not playing with them. And that's why they don't understand Iran cannot be beaten. They have geological location. You think that the United States can land troops over there and they're just going to run through Iran? They would have done that already. No, they cannot. They know. Is Carcino Islam? No, I'm just a person that likes the truth. And when I see somebody's lying to me, I'm not going to follow them just because they're the president of the United States. That would make me stupid. That would make me an enemy of the country. Because if somebody's not following the Constitution and the rights of the Constitution of America, I have the right to oppose that. Just like the generals have a right to oppose the commander-in-chief if he's giving you something that's unconstitutional to follow. That's why Trump is being sued, because he fired a lot of black generals in the military, and all of them black generals are now suing.
Okay, so now we're throwing race into it. No,
we're not. I'm just saying they got fired. They didn't want to follow the commands, and they were fired for not following the commands. But it's their constitutional right. If he gives you you can go against the commander-in-chief.
So we want
not have to follow
the military to rebel as they're supposed to be protecting our country. That's what we want.
You said what?
We want people in the military to rebel while we're in the middle of a war?
Rebel if it's something unconstitutional and illegal, yes. That's the law. You have the right to do that.
When you're in the military, you sign up to protect this country.
No, it's in your constitutional right as a military civilian and the personnel. It's in your bylaws. You should know that. You was in the military. You should know that. If the commander-in-chief give you a law that is unlawful and against the Constitution, you have the right to not follow it, that law. You should know that. That is the commander-in-chief is not the end-all be-all of orders. You can go against the commander-in-chief to give you something illegal to do. You can deny doing that deed if it's unlawful. That is the truth. That is actually factual. So if you want to follow Trump blindly because you
I don't follow anybody blindly. I don't follow anybody blindly. I don't follow anybody blindly.
I'm talking to all your subscribers in the chat.
No. We don't follow anybody blindly. We're free thinkers. And that's why
you a free thinker?
What is so funny?
I'm laughing at the way he
never mind. I got it.
We're free thinkers over here. So
you a free thinker? Okay, free thinker. What Democrat have you ever voted for?
I get back. I probably voted for. You make me sick, too. I probably voted for Obama's first term. I probably voted for him.
Probably. Okay. And and when his first term was in 2008, right? It was 2008 his first term. So now we're in 2026.
So anyway.
How's that disqualifier though? If he voted for the opposite side, how would that disqualify her?
Wait a minute. You think I'm disqualified from voting?
No, how would that disqualify you as a free thinker if you?
Jay Dunn starts. I told you guys.
So okay, if that was
Obama's
first term,
first term,
right? 2008, you voted for Obama.
The second term,
okay, that was Democrat. That was 2008. Have you ever voted again for another Democrat?
It's not about me, Cristino. It's not about
It's not about you. You said you're a free thinker. So I'm just saying, if you just didn't vote for no more Democrats in any other race, no matter what, and you just voted conservative all the way through, meaning Republican.
That's only 4 elections.
Was that free thinking? Or was you just basing that
That's only 4 elections, dude.
Or your association?
Not like she skipped 10 elections. Only 4.
I'm not lying about anything.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just
I was talking to Jay Dunn in the chat. I was talking
Jay
to Jay Dunn.
Oh, okay.
Who says that I'm lying? I'm not lying. If I voted for Obama the first term, I stand.
Okay, so she invited for one in the chat, and then for now she went basically conservative. So you've been all Republican all the way through for the last 20 years, almost 18 years. You just voted straight Republican.
Only 4 elections.
How is that free thinking?
Because the conservatives are it is free. Let me tell you something. This.
I'm listening.
You're getting away from the subject.
Free thinking. That's the subject, right?
No, no. You're getting away from the subject, fool. Look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how I voted in the past. It matters how I vote now. And I have to stand by conservatives because conservatives speak the truth. Now, some people like to spread these lies, like to say that conservatives aren't for the people. We are so for the people that we're willing to die for this country. We're willing to risk we risk it all to speak the truth, some of us. And some people are afraid to speak the truth because of people that want to cancel out anyone that's conservative, take their voice. Don't Charlie Kirk me, okay? I have to be able to speak.
Let me let the chat know something. My father is conservative, all the way conservative. My mother is a part of the DNC. They live in the same house.
I don't know how.
And been married for about 30 some years. And I don't know, 30 plus years. I don't know how long they're married, but that coexistence is nuts. I was there when Trump got elected. It was a nightmare. Trust me. My mom was enraged. And my dad, he just doesn't say anything. Like he's conservative all the way. He listens to conservative radio. So he does not have free thinking. He goes Republican or conservative.
People don't have free thinking just because they don't think like you, Christina. Are you okay?
No, it's not that.
I didn't say he doesn't have free thinking when you flat out just said that he keeps quiet in his own house.
He keeps quiet, but he does not. He doesn't have free thinking. He's part of a simulation.
Free thinking only
No, it
applies
just sounds to me like the opposite side doesn't have free thinking.
No,
because they're not allowing. Like your dad's not allowed to speak or something, or like he just chooses not to.
He choosing not to because it's safer for him. He knows. I do more.
Oh, see, there it is, right there. There it is. So does he have? I mean.
No.
Sounds like he's more controlled.
No, he's more knowing that it's safer for him to be quiet. That's why he's always been that way. He's so quiet. This dude got probably $3 million in the bank. You will never know. That's how he is. He's just always been there. He's military. He's a major sergeant major, Marines. So that's just how he is. This guy's been in Japan. Why? Like he's been in charge of major things. When Clinton was president and Clinton had to come to Chicago, he was one of the guys that was selected there. So that's how I knew. I had the whole layout of like how many people were like when the Secret Service, they got to know how many people, who they are, their backgrounds, anybody that's getting around the president. So they had to do a vet. I wasn't even going to be there. And we were on the military base, and he was landing at our base. So I wasn't even going to be there because I'm family. They had to know everything about me. They had to know everything, and I'm not even going to be there. I'm like, he's working there. Why do they need to know about my ass? But it's the president's landing. So that's how Secret Service, that's how I knew how Secret Service worked. They knew how many people were supposed to be in the kitchen, how many, when they walked through the kitchen area, how many people supposed to be there, who's supposed to be here, their name, background, everything about it. So they take everything serious when it comes to security. That was back then. I don't know about now, but back then, security was on point like I had never seen before in my life. And I'm like, this is a military base. So I'm like, these are people that's military. So I'm like, this is your people. You ain't going in the public. But that's just how the president rolled. Clinton came and landed here on our base. And that was the biggest news here in this city. The president came here. But my father didn't care because he didn't vote for him because he's conservative, so he didn't vote for Clinton at all. He despised Clintons and them, and I despise Clinton. So I didn't like the Clintons in anyway because I'm just an independent thinker. I don't go by a party and have to feel like I'm part of a group.
Some people would consider me more independent than anything, you know. So I mean, people that have listened to me talk, some people are like, "Oh, you know what? You're independent." So I don't even argue those points. It's like, okay,
right. I voted for the Republican here. You know why I voted for him? Because he actually reached out. They had a black Democrat running in this area, and she thought they automatically had my vote because I was black. And they felt like they didn't even try to tell me anything about them, except for she's black. So here's the sticker, here's a brochure that says vote for her. So when you go in there, this is who you vote for because she's black. And I'm like, I'm like, what did she do? What is she about? They called my phone. The Republican, they called his second assistant, they called my phone. I answered it, and they were like, "Hey, are you going to election? Are you voting?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna vote." He's like, "Do you know about your Republican?" Well, let me tell you about him. This is what he stands for. He stands for this. He stands for not transgender, not men not being in women's sports. And I'm like, "You got me right there." I'm like, "You got me right there." So he started breaking everything down that what this person was about, telling me about him. And I was like, okay, well, how is he about this? How is he about taxes? How is he about the community? How is he about doing this? Well, we do X, Y, Z, Z. He broke everything down. That's it.
Okay,
you got my vote. I'm going to go down there tomorrow when the election starts. I will go down there and I'm voting for him because she didn't tell me anything. And she just wanted me to vote for her because she was black.
No,
and I didn't vote for her.
I just don't understand. Like, sometimes
that's free thinking. That's free thinking.
I really want to have a conversation with you, but you have to listen. Like, you can't just listen to respond. Okay? And they just said that's enough for me. Yeah. You can't just listen to respond. What we want is our country to be great. I'm not about to give you guys all that. We don't want people to enter this country illegally. And we want people to enter the right way because it takes a toll on the American economy. Okay, it takes a toll on our country. We have to worry about our national security. That's what we want. And if you don't want that, I don't know what to tell you.
You said it takes a toll on our economy, right?
Yep. And of course, you're going to give me some BS. Everybody wants that.
I'm going to drop down in the chat because I have an appointment to do tomorrow.
So is that the number one concern in this country?
All right.
Did I say that? Everybody's different. I can't speak for
Much love to all y'all.
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Doc. I want you to get reformed and get more informed about what's going on in this country.
Oh boy.
Emu, highest respect to you, but I can't listen to your guests. I hope you have a little Grumpy. I appreciate you. Our quality casino brothers, Eric, you know how I feel about you. I'm not answering your questions.
We are not brothers.
I think that people try to not speak about the crime that has been committed in these countries by people that have entered illegally. I'm not saying that all of them are bad because a lot of them are great. But if you enter this country the wrong way, you have committed a crime. And I don't care how long ago you commit that crime, you still committed a crime. And you have the option to self-deport. You have the option to send yourself back and enter the country the right way. And I think that's really generous.
Well, I
And
think
if anything has ever happened to your family because of someone that has entered this country illegally, you will change your views on just letting anybody in without vetting them. Children are being trafficked here. There's a lot of children that's unaccounted for. You agree with me, Daisha? Oh my goodness, let me highlight that.
yes, everyone has no problems with illegal immigrants who are coming over here committing crimes. They should be kicked out of the country and not allowed back. Nobody opposes that. We all agree with that. That's not a problem. That's why I don't understand why everyone thinks that's a problem. That's not a problem. Our problem is people still trying to blame poor people for the problems that are.
No one spoke about poor people. You did not hear me blame poor people for anything.
Well,
not once. The Bible says the poor will always be with us. Okay, that's godly. I'm not gonna ever put down people that are less fortunate.
Okay, well, illegal immigrants illegally coming in the country. Do you know why they've been allowed to come in this country? Because the rich.
No. We want them to go back and enter the right way. No.
Enter the right way. They don't want them to enter the right way. You know why?
So
the rich 1% doesn't want them to enter the right way.
Get this together.
Yes, they play two sides of the coin for you. They play like they want the illegals out of the country, but they make money off of the illegals in the country. They have factories.
In this country the right way, Chris. It's time that we change things. It's time that we turn things around, and we have to start somewhere.
Well, you have to tell
under the Biden administration with their open border policy, they have done a lot of damage to the country, and it's time to change it. You can
They've done no damage to the country.
Thank Biden for that. They didn't care. I live in Southern California. I have seen the damage. I can tell you guys about the damage. I would see people, very shady individuals crossing the border, and border patrol just looked the other way. They were just there, just for show. They didn't do anything. It didn't matter. They weren't allowed to under the Biden administration. You could thank Joe Biden and Kamala for that.
Now,
and what's interesting is you guys know that we can't stand Governor Newsom. Daisha, there's no need to thank him. He's done. Thank you for stopping by, not Voltaire. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, new friend. Daisha, no, we don't like Newsom. I have to, when I get back really, really hard on my politics, once my channel is good again, we'll talk about Newsom. Okay? Who I think that the Democratic Party is going to push through. Now we know that Kamala is talking about running again, but I think that they're going to place their bets on Newsom.
I don't like Gavin Newsom, and I don't want to ever vote for him in life. And I was like, what if you had a Trump choice between him and Trump? And I'm like, I don't even want to have that discussion because Trump can't run again, and I don't want him to ever have to run again.
Facts, what Trump said.
Yeah, but no, I couldn't do another Trump, election or anything like that. So, but Gavin Newsom, everybody thinks he's going to be our next president, and that would be terrible for this country.
He's not going to be our next president, God willing. He's going to just be, but I really believe that, he's already setting up to run. Good morning, LaDawn. Good morning, Mello. It's a political talk. You missed I started out with sobriety, though. I started out with sobriety. The first maybe 20 minutes of the live stream.
This is a life talk to me.
Yeah, it's light. You see, I just did a check-in. When it's check-in, we just do it. It's pretty light. It's light, LaDawn. It's light. But Casino and that flag. Good morning, Sassy. How are you? Casino and the flag, I feel is. I would love to see you with an American flag because I love this country. And
when we get back to America,
watch the first part of the stream, LaDawn. I know you guys don't like my politics. Watch the first part of the stream. Mm-hmm. But LaDawn,
when we get back to America, I will put an American flag back up. We got to get back to being American.
We're American.
What we're doing is not American. Not American. What we're doing, we're being tyrants, and we're being the bullies. We're being terrorists, and I don't like it. So I want to get up. We got to get back to being a country that's about truth and honor and respect. And we're supposed to be fighting against poverty, not fighting poor people. So I'm not about that. I'm about humanity, and I'm not
against
tyranny.
poverty.
Yes.
If you want to fight against poverty, work.
Work is not the answer. You're going to go out there and tell somebody, a bum on the street, that he just needs to work?
They have to want to. They need to clean up get help for mental illnesses and any drug addictions that they have. This is a country where if you want to work, you can work. But some people don't want jobs. They feel that they should work and earn a six-figure income when they don't have a six-figure education or skills that can earn that six figures. So you have to live within your means. Number one, you have to live within your means. And I understand that people struggle. I understand that people need a handout, but that handout's not supposed to be forever. You have to get out there and work for a living. I don't want to quote the Bible, but then there's scripture talking about if you don't, I'm not going to quote the Bible. But anyway, work.
Well, you make that sound very simple. You make that sound very simple.
It's not.
But in some instances, they won't give you jobs, and there's not jobs near your areas where you live. In some of these people's communities, there's not jobs in their communities.
Okay, listen. You can go to a different community. You can do what you got to do. If you want something to happen, you can make it happen. Why are you preaching this
Because it's like you're talking about something you don't know about, and I don't
know about it, so I don't know what it's like to struggle.
No, I'm not saying you don't know what what it's like to struggle. It's just that you're pretty much being dismissive of how hard it is for some people. They just can't go to another area and go and get a job. It's not that simple. And I've seen that firsthand. Like, there's no real jobs that's giving real salaries to pay for the area that they live in. So they have to travel way out to where I live now to
live
get
in a different area. I'm in Palm Springs. Do you think that I would live in Palm Springs if I couldn't afford Palm Springs? I would leave.
They're born there. Where are they going to move to? They don't know any other area. They can't get a job. No one's hiring them. And that's why they put in applications. They're not hiring them at jobs that have high paying salaries, even with degrees.
I understand that. And I don't like to see anybody struggle.
So that's what I'm saying. Our city here in Chicago, Illinois, there's not a lot of jobs. They have to take a job, 2 buses, 2
Republicans
trains.
are very generous. We do believe in a wealthier economy.
Here. This is where the jobs are. The jobs are way out here where I live. I live about an hour plus, but I drive. Not everybody even out there has a car. They got to take 2 trains, 2 buses to get there, and the buses run on schedules. And then when they do work, they got to try to hope they catch the bus at the right time, and they got to wait another hour and a half for another bus to come. And the buses stop running at a certain period of time. So
I used to catch the bus. I used to catch a bus when I was in college. I would take the bus. I would take the bus to college, and I would take the bus to
yeah, but did it take you 3 hours?
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes.
Well, it takes them 3 hours. Imagine working 12-hour shift. Imagine working a 12-hour shift from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., 12 hours straight. And then you got to get off at 7 a.m. and try to catch that bus that's going to take you to another bus. Then you got to take a train called the Skokie Swift to take you to the red line. And you got to get on the red line and get on it from Howard and take it all the way to the end to 95th Street. So you got to do that. That's going to be a 3-hour trip just to get to your house to go home. You're going to take one bus after you get off on 95th Street to probably take you back home. That's a 3-hour drive just to get home. And then you got to be ready to go to work again by the time you get home.
Can you just talk? Can you just speak normal? Can you just speak normally?
I am speaking normal. This is what I'm telling you. people have to go through these obstacles.
No,
just
listen.
to live where
You
they
make-
live. They
people have
just can't
choices.
get up and go
People
to
have
another
choices. If you
another
make good
network
choices, you have a good
and
life.
get a
And if you
job.
don't, then you struggle. And
Like it's
sometimes
jobs everywhere. Just go work. That's just so
because some
dismissive.
people don't want the jobs that's available. They want to be they want jobs that they're not qualified to get. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
True. That's so bad.
So listen,
Where do
you
you
guys
get this?
you want a
Where do
good
you
job.
get this? This is
Go
like
to school
fantasy land.
and work. And don't let people tell you that life just happens. You have to plan on it. You have to plan. And if you find yourself in trouble, like I did before, I worked myself out of it, and you guys can too. That's how I know. I speak from personal experience. If you want it to happen, it can happen. I bailed myself out. I got myself out of whatever situation I was in. So you're telling me I didn't have people saying, I didn't have people pulling me out. I did it myself.
So
Hi.
you did it yourself.
Hey, it's me. Good morning.
Yes, I did it myself.
No one
I
helped you do
documented-
anything.
Good
You did
morning. Good
everything
morning.
yourself.
Can y'all hear me? I
Yes,
can't
I
stay
can hear you.
long. Hey. Brother. We not gonna make it seem like it's hard. How you doing? I'm LaDawn and I won't be here long. I was 20 years old with a baby. I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. I caught the bus to Rocky River, Ohio. I went to college in Brook Park, Ohio. I had a baby. And I did it. There's no excuse. Hold on, let me finish, brother.
Let her speak, Christina. Let her speak.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
I worked and I went to school with a baby. And my baby father wasn't shit. Okay?
Are you done?
It's doable. You may not want to do it, but we gotta do it. Cause see, when I was trying to get welfare and I was living in my mother's house, mother didn't even go get welfare, right? And I go down there and they telling me I gotta do A, B, C, X, Y, and Z just to get a couple of $200, $300 because at the time they wasn't giving nothing. We talking about 2005. Okay. Hey, Daisha. Hey, Chad.
Okay, well,
let me
ask you a
finish. No,
question.
let me finish, brother, because I've been listening and I let y'all talk and I don't hit many links. But we not gonna sit here and be an apologist for some of these people. Okay. When I went and they told me I had to do a work study program just to get a check. So I got to go somewhere for 20 hours a week. I said, and then I got to do this to get some stamps. And I'm like, this ain't no money to take care of me and my daughter because I had to pay rent in my mother's house. My mother ain't play no games. Okay? I'm like, what can I do? So people was like, oh, no, you can go do this. You can go do that. A white woman was like, why don't you just go become an STNA? You ain't got to deal with that. And that's what I did. I went from getting a check and I only got the check for about 4 months. I made more working 20 hours a week, catching the bus 2 hours to the west side than I did collecting a check every month for the government. I did it. I moved out at 22 years old, catching the bus, going to school with a baby. She was 2. Ain't no excuse. Now, hold on. I have a career right now. And I can attest and say to take care of myself and to still live within my means, I have to work 2 jobs. 2.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
What's up, bro?
Who was watching your baby?
She went to daycare. Sometimes my mom would help. Sometimes my dad's
Exactly. So
mom would
someone
help.
helped you. Someone helped you. You didn't do
just
it
missed her
yourself.
point, Christina.
She went to daycare, though. Don't get it twisted.
You missed her point.
Someone helped you.
Daycare helped me.
You didn't do
when
it
I lived in the suburbs because I didn't want to live in the hood because I didn't want to raise my daughter in the hood.
She made it work.
I
she
took
made
my
it work
daughter
with
to
help.
a daycare.
And now
She had
today,
help.
she's very
Everybody
successful.
has help. Somebody had to help you in order to get there.
Nobody helped me. Hold on. Cause see, you still
No one
being an
helped you.
apologist.
You
Hold
just
on.
said your
My
mother
mother
was
didn't have
watching your
nothing but a
daughter.
5th grade education. My mother could not read.
She
So it
watched
ain't
your
nobody
daughter while you
helping
went
me.
to work.
My mother didn't tell me. My mother couldn't even teach me how to fill out a job application. I had to, at 16 years old, go to the public library to learn how to fill out one. My mother gave me the streets. But when we talking about what I did for me, I had to send my baby to daycare. It wasn't when I lived out in the suburbs, because I didn't want my kid in the hood, I had to take her to daycare. I would get up and catch the bus to daycare, then catch the bus to work, then catch the bus to school, and then go back, catch the bus back to the daycare, and then catch the bus home by myself. I didn't learn how to drive until I was 23 years old. We're not going to be an apologist. It's a difference when people got addiction and mental health versus people that just want to sit on their ass and do nothing.
Yes, preach it.
That's a different situation altogether.
I know people right now, the manager at the Family Dollar up the street from me, he say, I work 2 jobs. I manage here and I work Amazon to provide for mine.
There's plenty of people that's doing DoorDash, they're doing Grubhub.
So why are we being an apologist for the people? We can't put disease, mental health, and the disease of addiction in the same category of people who just don't want to do nothing. We cannot put them in the same category.
I'm not putting people who don't want to do anything in the same category. I'm just saying it's dismissive to just say they don't want to
and
work.
And why can't we dismiss them? I got it out the mud. My father was an alcoholic.
Just because you got it out the mud don't mean everybody else has the same situation as you.
A lot of these other people can too,
They
sir.
don't. They don't. A lot of people.
It ain't about they don't, but they
situations.
can.
You don't know their situations. They're not in the same situation as you.
You don't know my situation. I just told you my father.
Right. You just told me your situation, and your situation is not somebody else's. Somebody else's might live in a different situation. They live in a different city. They live for different rules. They don't hire black people. They don't hire a lot of black men in these situations, in these jobs. A black man ain't gonna get a medical.
You can't bully me by trying to overtalk me.
It's not over talking you. I let you.
You are.
I let you go, and now it's my turn to talk.
Oh Lord!
What do you mean?
I
It's your
let
turn
you
to talk,
and it's my turn to talk.
Whoa!
I did not interrupt you. I let you speak. Now it's my turn to talk, and you've been cutting me off ever since I've been talking.
You're an apologist.
I'm not. You said what you had to say. I spoke, and then you start cutting me off ever since. And I let you finish your whole soliloquy.
But you were doing it first. It's all good. I just wanted to say we're not going to, and I'm about to drop down because I don't spend too much time on here playing with people. We're going to talk some facts. We're going to talk some facts and have an adult conversation. I'm not a yeller. I just come up here to say that for those who want to get up and get it, they're going to. Do I have sympathy for those who do not? No, because I see too many people abusing the system that I paid tax money for since I was 15 and a half years old. I'm 42, and I can still go collect a welfare check if I decided to, because I chose not to be a slave to what they wanted to hand out to me. And that's not a brag, that's not a flex, because I'm instilling those same things in my daughter, who is 21, who lives by herself, who works 40 hours a week, who goes to college, and guess what? She catch the bus.
That's good for her.
All right, then I'm out.
They should. Go
ahead, baby.
Okay, let me respond to LaDawn.
I love that avatar. I swear.
That's my favorite avatar. I'm so touched and moved by you. We may disagree politically, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, I do care about people. And you working, you having a baby. LaDawn's not saying she didn't have a mom and she didn't have people, but LaDawn had to make the choice and to do it. To have your child in daycare, catching the bus, and doing all that stuff. And I've seen her, throughout these years. She's living a beautiful life, and I just applaud you. You have a beautiful testimony, and shout out to you.
Thank you. And I don't do politics.
I see you. Even today, you guys watching her, and we wouldn't even get along at this time. But that's neither here nor there. But I would watch her clean up her life and do stuff and just work and have a beautiful life. And it's like just seeing it. She's not just saying that, you guys. this is what she's done. And I just really applaud you. I do.
And just so y'all know, that baby I was catching a bus with is the 21-year-old I'm talking about now, who don't have any children, has a full-time job, graduated high school. Like, those are the things that I instill in her. We got to stop with this apologistic attitude. We got to stop making excuses for able and well-bodied people. That ain't about politics. That's just about reality. We got to stop family generational curses. We got to stop being spiritually sick. Like, it's real out here. You know what I'm saying? My youngest daughter is already looking into trades in middle school because I'm instilling that in them. I tell them what it is because I didn't have that. I did not have no one to guide me. I had street smarts. I knew how to get money, but I did not have no one to teach me nothing. I had to teach myself. I did. So I just, as much as I can have sympathy, I'm not going to apologize because, like, anything I got, I give to the next person. I've helped friends get jobs. I've told them, girl, you ain't got to sit up and get that check. Go do this, go do that. And every last one of them always come back with gratitude because I tell them, we don't have to be a slave to a project, to a check, to a food stamp, to none of that. We don't. We don't have to do that. And there's no need to feel sorry for people who are choosing to do what they do. We can't talk about those who have disabilities or severe addiction. That's a different ball game, and I'm not going to touch that. But for those who are able-minded and body, who may have just a little depression but go to the doctor, that's your. You got physical ailments that you can take care of. Stop you from having more physical ailments, but you don't want to go to the doctor. That's your fault. We see 600-pound life. That's their fault.
Yeah.
So let's be real here. And that's all I wanted to say. I got to get down and start doing my morning prayer and meditation.
Thank you so much.
You know what? I just
thank
had
you for that testimony.
But for the grace of God, baby, I can stand here and talk about this at 5-something in the morning. But for the grace of God, Alcoholics Anonymous saved me from the gates of hell. But for the grace of God, Alcoholics Anonymous taught me how to be a woman. I had men teaching me how to be a woman. Because even though I struggled through all that, I still had issues. Everything we do in life is a choice. But if you put some type of God first, whatever it is, and you make a choice to do better, ain't no need to have sympathy. You see it in reality. God bless y'all. I'm going to drop down in the chat.
God bless you.
Congrats on your sobriety as well. That's a big thing.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got chills listening to her, you guys. I got chills. Welcome.
That's what more people need to hear. How you going, Misunderstood? How's things? Good to finally meet you. And I've been lurking in your chat since Speakeasy. So it's we're a fun community. Yeah. So had a chance to come up, thought I'd come and have a bit of a yarn. I have another panel I've got to go to in a little bit, but I thought I'd stop by and say hi.
Hi.
And I was listening into it. It sounded I mirror a lot of what the thank you. I was about to say, I can't remember her name. LA Dawn. Thank you for that. LaDawn. Okay, LaDawn. All right. I'm learning. You've got to I come from different country, different slightly different situation, but the premise and the rules remain the same. You've got to work for what you get. You've got to create your own opportunity. If you want to get somewhere, there's only one person that's going to get you there, and that's you. If you can't rely on someone else, family member, a friend, big daddy government. Sort your shit out. Yeah, I know you want to, roll your eyes and shake your head, but there is a way for you to actually get further if you want to be. And if you're not getting there, it's because you're choosing not to by your actions.
Oh, God.
Amen. That's right, vintage.
Yeah. So, and granted, I've only been here for a hot minute, but all right, tell me the reasons that you're unsuccessful or not able to get ahead in life.
Who?
You asking me? Who are you doing?
No, I'm asking him. I'm asking him.
Okay.
I'm very successful.
Okay. I have no problem
Then why is
answering that.
So why is there an issue then? Why do
It's an issue because you're looking at it from a tunnel vision situation, thinking just narrow-mindedly that everyone who just wants to do something can do it. It's not
okay?
that
All right.
easy.
Why not?
That easy.
No,
Everyone's
it absolutely is.
No, it isn't. Everyone's
All
in
right, tell me
different
why.
situations. Everyone's in different situations and
True.
different conditions. You don't know
True.
what they're living through or going through. So everyone,
Absolutely.
some people will need assistance and need a hand. So it's not that simple. Everyone up here has had help. Even LaDonna, who came up here and gave her testimony, she didn't do anything on her own. She had help. Someone had
I've done
to
nothing.
raise your
I've
child.
done things completely on my own.
She
I've done
went
things completely on my own.
Well,
I lived in my car.
That's
I lived
you.
in my car.
Yes,
Exactly.
you
I lived in my
your
car once upon a time. Now I have a business.
You're
You know,
the
now I'm doing
business,
very
yes.
well.
Yes,
You
you
know,
did.
and
You got a
who helped me?
business.
Fucking no one.
Congratulations for you. Just because it happens to you doesn't mean that everyone is in the same boat.
I know there are other people that don't have as much ambition or drive to actually help themselves than what I did.
It's very arrogantly spoken, but no, it's not that.
Tell me why that's arrogantly spoken.
Because you're saying, like, I wasn't living in my car. So, hey, that's the lowest you can go. I can do everything else. It's
I was
not
also
the
an
same.
alcoholic too, if that helps.
Well, okay, you're an alcoholic too.
I was.
Okay, well, give us your story. What happened? Let's get your story out first. Let's go. What happened?
Okay. So in my mid 20s, I ended up moving up to the north of my country because my cousin, who was a soldier, got blown up in a Humvee. I had a decent job at that point. Things were going really well, but I dropped it all to go up and take care of him. He had a cranial injury, like in brain. Now, as soon as I went up there, the whole job market collapsed. You could not find a job anywhere. I had no money.
What country is this?
Australia.
Okay.
Yep. So I ended up having no money, no assistance, no nothing. And I decided rather than go to cry to Big Daddy government or try to find a handout, I would go and start doing work for other people. Now, you couldn't find a job because no one was hiring. So I would go door to door, you know, and say, hey, you know, if I mowed your lawn, you know, would you give me a $10, $20, whatever? It'd be negotiable every fucking house I went to. But that actually gave me money so that I could actually buy groceries, like food. You know, I could still pay the rent and still help cover medical expenses for my cousin, which, by the way, I went into extraordinary debt in order to get for that to happen. So not only was I barely able to survive, I basically had to put myself in crippling debt. Now, for the grace of God, he's all good now. He's better. Things are great. He's an airline pilot now. You know, he got out of the military. But
Awesome.
you couldn't in that town get a job. And so rather than stay there, we moved. And we moved back further down south where there was work. And I started working in a car park, valeting people's cars. I did it for like 10, 15 hours a week because that's all they could give you at the time. And then what little money I could squirrel away, I would put in and invest because my background is finance. And I used the knowledge that I had to do small day trades and leverage them. And I got myself out of debt within 8 months. I was then able to get out of that job because I had other experience and I ended up working for a bank. That was, you know, a while ago now. Since then, I've actually started my own business and I've kept it small. Don't have many staff, but got a couple of houses now. You know, I got some investments. My retirement's getting set up really well. But I didn't just get any of that handed to me on a silver platter. I worked 100 hours a week for probably the better part of like 8 years to do that. You know, and there were times where I could have gone to absolute zero again or worse, but I woke up every day, even though some days you don't want to, and just actually fight and scratch and claw and survive. Because at the end of the day, and I still believe this to this day, if something hits the skids and things don't work out or my business goes, you know, up the arse tomorrow, there's no one there to help me. I've got to figure it out myself.
Okay, that's wonderful, man. I mean, what you've actually gone through and what you actually accomplished, and the way you kept getting knocked down and coming back, that's a tremendous will, drive, and a will to accomplish, to move forward. But like here in America, that's a little bit different. And I'm going to explain to you what the difference.
greatest country in the world. Why is that such a problem there?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you why. When you went to get these jobs, did most of the people look like you? When you went to
No.
they didn't look like you.
No, people in the finance industry in Australia are typically Asian.
Okay, so
or
you
Indian.
want the Asians to get work. Okay, well, here's the thing about being a black man in America. When you go to areas where work is, sometimes Caucasian males or people who are Asian, who are in high authorities, they don't hire a lot of African American men. That we go through that a lot here in this country.
Simply because you're black, no other reason.
No, it's not. Yeah, pretty much. A lot of it is because you're black.
All of it. No, all of it.
They would hire a black female before they would hire a black male.
So still a black person, though. Still a black person.
Let me explain it to you.
You said they don't hire black people, and then you said they hire black females. That doesn't make sense. It's not logically consistent.
It does make a lot of sense. But hold on. Let me explain it to you.
Are black females not black?
Let me explain it to you before you interrupt. Now, here's the situation on the plateau. People have to travel outside of their neighborhood, which is predominantly black, to get work. So they would take buses and trains to go into other predominantly areas of people. And mostly out here, it's more Caucasian, more people who are Indian in the hospitals, they're Indian. They prefer black women more than black men. They think black men are more trouble. So they don't hire. A lot of them don't hire them, or they hire them for temp work, nothing permanent. So they have a harder time getting jobs.
All over the United States? The entirety of the United States?
Go back. So this is the reality that the black man sees a lot going through that society. So we've seen a lot of our black women get the jobs where the black men have to really struggle to get work because they don't want to hire us for jobs. And in certain situations, we've seen this happen. That happened to me before on the job. They didn't want me because I was black. The guy thought I was a white guy when he interviewed me. When I came in, he saw that I was black. Even though I was qualified, he didn't want to hire me. So he hired.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said? He was like, "Listen, sorry, mate. I thought you were actually white, but because you're black, I can't give you the job."
No, he didn't have to say it.
What did he say? Well, what did he say then?
He knew by when he actually interviewed me and had to train me for the job. I knew something was wrong. Black people know when they're.
Oh, so he trained you for the job?
No, he's training me, but he's not training me for the job.
And no, that doesn't make sense. You're either being trained for the job, therefore you got it, or you didn't get the job. Which one?
Quit trying to tell me how my story.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question because what you're saying is not logically consistent.
Listen, and then you can ask the question.
You're contradicting yourself constantly. I'm trying to clarify because you don't make sense.
When I'm done, I'll let you talk. Like I didn't interrupt you. I'll let you. Now, then you can ask me every question you want.
That's okay. I'll bring up a document. I'll make that point.
When I came there for the job, and he said he's going to show me X, Y, and Z. Once he saw I was black, he had to go through the spiel of showing me what I would be doing on the job. Then he went and told the supervisor, "I don't think he's good for the job. I don't think he's good." And she was like, "Why? We love him. He did great. You know where he comes from? This guy's did way more than this. Why wouldn't we hire this guy? He has the credentials. He has everything. He's overqualified for this job. Why? I just don't think. I think we should go with Terry." And another employee who was there told me that they were working there, and he said, "Hey, dude, they're not going to hire you for this job." And I was like, "Why not?" They're like, "She loved me. She saw my credentials. He's showing me what I'm going to be doing." He's like, "Trust me, I know this guy. You're not going to get this job. Like, no matter what." He's like, once he saw it, didn't you see the look? I'm like, yeah, he felt kind of weird when he saw me, when he actually talked to me over the phone. And he's like, yeah, when he saw you in person, he's like, no, now he's thinking, he's got second thoughts about everything now. He's like, trust me, he's going to not want to do it because I was supposed to have that job and he was moving to a third shift by himself. He was going to work by himself. I was taking over that whole division. He did not want to do that. And she was like, why? And so they were trying to come up with a reason for me not getting the job. And it was she was trying to make up things and I'm just like, I already been told what the situation was by an employee. So I'm listening to her trying to pivot and come up with stuff after she was just praising me when I was getting there. And I was just like, if I understand this guy's not comfortable with me working here, even though he's going to be on another shift and he's not going to ever see me, then this tells me a place I don't need to work. So if that's the problem, I'll just leave. But it just shows you this is the typical things that a Black man has to see growing up. It's not as simple as you make it. That's the point. Now you can ask me any question you want.
Okay, cool. I've got 4.
Go ahead.
So the first one was, you said, I'm kind of taking this a little bit in reverse, backwards, but you said that you didn't get hired, but then you were being trained. How do you get trained in a job you haven't been given?
He's showing me things. I haven't been hired yet because they're taking me on the tour, showing me what my job would be.
And what
I would have to do if they decided to hire me. So it's basically an interview process.
Okay.
And in person, but this is basically
okay. Fair.
Right.
Yep. So what was the job? What was the job?
The job was mostly a material handler in a warehouse facility that I pretty much ran because I was at Smalley Steel Ring, and I pretty much ran the entire second shift division. Same thing.
How do you run a second shift division of a job that you haven't been hired for?
Yeah, I ran it at another place called Smalley Steel Ring.
A different company. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Right. So I have the credentials that's way more than what I'm doing here. So I'm moving to another job, and I was like, okay, I can run this whole division. So he's showing me what I will have to do because it's a new place. So where everything they have is, I can drive every forklift they have. I know how to run a crew shift, everything, give them all their assignments, everything. I've done that. My credentials is already solidified. So when they saw that I'm overqualified than any candidate they've ever had, she's actually told me, the girl in the interview is like you, for us to get you is amazing that we came here. And I basically got the job because my cousin worked there. And he told him, like, man, dude, you're available now? I'm like, yeah, I'm available because of the economic shutdown, everybody was laying people off during the home crisis of 2008. So that's how that job became available. And once that guy,
keep going.
Phone interview, we all got on a chat line. They talked to me. They loved everything they heard. So they were great. Then we met in person, and the guy was just like taken aback because, he didn't know, for some reason, he didn't know I was Black on the phone. Okay. It was very weird.
So you said that you got, so part of it you were saying that you think it's because you were overqualified.
No, it's not because I was overqualified. I was.
Well, that was one reason. Oh, so you were overqualified. That's not
why I was not let go. It was just that was one of the reasons that they.
But you weren't let go. You weren't. You see, you're kind of talking. You're contradicting yourself because you said you were let go. You don't get let go from a job that you haven't been given. You also didn't get trained in one either.
You're confusing what I'm saying. I got let go from my other job, the Smalley Steel Ring. The reason why I was going for this job. Because
you were overqualified.
No, they had to do cuts for budget. I was making too much money for the area I was in. It's the government shutdown in 2008. They had to make cuts. So our whole division got cut. Everybody who was making salaries. So I was basically got paid out throughout the rest of the year of my entire salary, everything. They just had to lay people off. So it's a layoff at that job. I'm not going to sit there and just be stagnant. I'm going to go get another job.
But you couldn't get another job.
You said what?
You said, but you couldn't get another job because of your race.
No, you're misunderstanding everything I'm saying. I'm saying to you, it's not easy for Black men to go out and get those jobs. I'm out in a.
Why would you leave another job then? Even if you're redundant, you just sit around and do nothing and still get paid.
What are you talking about?
Are
you hearing me? Are you not listening to what I'm saying?
No, I'm challenging your CNN talking points.
I was laid off. Do you understand? Laid off. They had
So
to
you
make
weren't.
cuts. Laid off.
Yeah.
Of that job.
But you said you were getting paid and staying and just sitting around there.
Job. Are you not listening?
Oh, I'm
Are
listening.
you not following the story?
I'm following the story.
That guy, we laid off. So there is no sitting around getting paid to do nothing. Like, what do you mean? We're laid off. We're paid out throughout the year. They send you your severance pay. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. So you're still getting paid.
No, I'm paid already. What do you mean?
You said I left and then I got my severance package and still got paid throughout the year.
For another job. I'm not gonna sit around just because I got my severance pay. I'm just gonna sit around and not work. That's not what I do. I work. So I'm going for another job. What is you talking about?
You know, as a business owner, I can absolutely see why you're struggling to get hired.
I'm not struggling to get hired.
Well, you were complaining about the fact that you can't get hired because of your race. That's nothing to do with your race.
As a business owner, you do a very poor job of listening. I can tell you that right now. Because I'm sitting here telling you clearly what's happening, and you're just basically waiting to inject what you want to say without
I'm asking clarifying questions, and you're struggling.
You're not.
Good morning, Irby.
You keep insisting that I'm struggling for some reason. I have no idea why. Why do you keep making that assumption that I'm struggling?
Because you seem to be like half crashing out and just like shaking your head and getting really upset at what I consider to be very basic questions of clarity.
No, you're not asking questions of clarity. You're asking questions of people who have a problem with listening. Because I've given you the answers to questions and you're just not listening well. I told you I was at another job. I got a severance pay. I'm paid. I'm laid off. I'm off that job. I go to apply for another job. In that job, they teach me a script. They take me on the tour. We did a phone interview. I'm there. They're telling me what I would be doing on this job. But on that,
that's not training. You use the word training. That's not training. That's an induction or just a show around the floor of where you might be working. You don't train someone. That's not part of a training process.
Okay. All right. Not training then. Okay. I'm going to say not training. Not training.
Yeah. Well, that's why that's why I'm asking the question, because when you say training, you only get trained when you have the job, and that's why I was trying to clarify what you mean by that.
Okay.
Maybe your definition of train is different than mine.
On the job, so there really is no real training. It's just showing me what I would be doing on the job. So they're telling me already what I'm going to be doing on the job when the day I'm going to start this said job. So the said job was to start at next Monday. They say, okay, on next Monday, this guy's going to go here and there. And the only thing they're going to really train me on is the codes, like all they have their own codes. Every company has their own codes program on the computer.
Can I ask one quick question? Sure, at this point, do you have the job or you don't have the job?
I'm not hired yet because it's still an interview process. And they're showing me what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to start on Monday. Okay. The girl,
and
the lady,
so you're starting on Monday. You were hired then, so you did get the job.
No.
Well, people like as a business owner, you don't say come and start on Monday if I haven't offered you the job. That makes no sense. And then I'm not going to give you the codes to my systems and codes to get into my building if I haven't hired you.
They didn't do that. I said they have their own codes. If I come in on Monday, this is where I'm going to be trained on. That's the only training that would be there. You have to listen. You just want to interject with your BS, and that's cool. I get it. You're doing what you want to do.
I'm asking clarifying questions because you make no sense.
You're not asking verifying questions. You're asking nonsense. Because if you're listening, you would listen and hear what I'm telling you. They told me that that's what I would do on Monday when the job was to start.
Yeah, right.
On that same day, at the very end of that day, I go in and talk to the general manager who I was on the phone with, along with the person whose shift I'm going to be taking over. He's going to third shift. I will be running the entire second shift line.
How do you know you're taking that over if they haven't hired you?
That's what they are hiring me for. That's what.
So you are hired.
See, okay, you're being silly. Okay, you're being silly. I said this is what they're hiring me for. This is the part they're hiring me for. This is what they're bringing me in to
Hiring,
hire
yes.
for.
They're
Yes.
hiring you, therefore you are hired.
No,
You
I'm
got
not
the job.
hired yet. They're bringing
Maybe
me
you fired
in to
yourself.
hire
I
me.
don't know.
Jesus. Okay, you're just being silly. You're just being silly.
I just find it so ridiculous. You're like you
you're
can't
being
keep a
silly.
logical story
No, you're
straight,
not.
and I
You're
find it
being silly.
hilarious.
Now you're being silly. I knew what you were. And you're a business owner?
Yeah, I am.
What? That's very shocking.
Really? Why is that?
Yes.
Because I can ask a clarifying question.
No, you're not asking.
And I can see through bullshit.
Because exactly. That's exactly what I thought you are. You move like a troll. So you
A troll?
Yes, you move like an internet troll.
Okay.
Let me ask a question.
I'm a troll.
Yes, because you're not asking logical questions because I'm giving you the answers and you're just trying
I
to
asked why you would they be training you, and if you're not hired. I asked why would a business look at giving you key access to the building and and their systems if you're not hired.
Well, you should ask them why they didn't do that yet, because you're not listening.
Well, that's what you said happened. They took you around the building. They were going to give you the
Around
code. They were going to let you in.
Yes, they did. They were going to teach me the codes on Monday, all the programs in the computer.
Why would they teach you on Monday if you weren't
And
hired?
I-
If you're
you
not
never
hired,
let
I
me
wouldn't
teach-
even be talking about Monday. I'd be like
Exactly,
thinking about what I'm going to have
because
for
you
what I'm going to have for lunch on
interrupting.
Thursday.
You're waiting for your turn to talk because you keep interrupting and you don't
Because you
get
don't
the
make
answers.
sense, and I'm trying to clarify it.
How can you clarify something you don't know about?
I
If
do
you
know
would
what you're
stop
saying.
talking and listen, you will get the answer.
Okay,
If you
keep on with
stop
your talking point.
talking and listen, you will get the answer.
Maybe if you took your own advice,
No,
that
if
might
you
actually be
would
very
take
helpful.
your own advice, and be quiet. You would
I didn't
learn
give any
something.
advice. You did.
You would learn something.
There's a question in the chat, you guys. They want to know if you guys go.
Right.
Oh,
Did you
God.
get a
troll.
tour of
It's
the
a troll.
company?
I
There's
knew it.
a question.
He don't make no sense at
Yeah.
all.
Get a tour of
Perfect
the
logic. And
company.
he's going to tell me
A
about
business
America.
owner that hires people doesn't know anything about the hiring process of a business. Yeah, makes a lot of
I
logical
don't.
sense.
Yes, exactly. You know nothing about the hiring process in America. No, you don't. For a black
Well, you
man,
just this whole initial assertion was you put it down to your race. I just think your personality is shit house. So that's just,
no,
and your work ethic is zero, and you've just got to play the blame game
My
somewhere.
work
I wouldn't
ethic
hire
is
someone
zero.
like that.
How do you make a justification of my work ethic being zero when you don't know anything about my work ethic? And you're
I've been listening to what you've been saying.
listening to what I've been saying tells me about my
Yeah.
work ethic. Oh my gosh, you are so unprofessional and so inept at your job.
This isn't my job.
Well,
Being on this channel and being on this open panel is not my job. So I don't really know how that works for my
You're
professionalism
very not a
in real
professional
life.
owner. Whatever business you own can be successful.
Really? Okay. Well, I think the last 10 years is probably beg to differ, but okay.
Hey, Janie. Good morning.
I would never work for you.
That's great. I don't care.
Good.
I'm not hiring.
Good. I know you're not. I would never work for you because you don't
Mhm.
seem to have this sensibility of a mental capacity to even understand or listen. So who would have an owner that doesn't listen? So anyway, what I was saying for the people that was listening to the story is that at the end of that day, I spoke with the general manager, and that's when she started to come up with all these reasons, like why they couldn't have me there for the Monday. I'm like why? You just said everything was going great and all of this, and I'm going through the tour and everything else. What has changed in this whole thing? And she couldn't tell me that guy was not going to let go of his position. He was not moving to third. He wanted to stay and keep that position at second because he wanted to turn it over to Terry, who was a white guy. And that's what the other employee told me that was going to happen. He's like, he's never going to turn it over to you. Like, dude, I couldn't believe it. When you came in and you were black, I couldn't believe it. Like the guy who worked there, he told me, I was just like, no, they love me. Like the general manager, everybody, he's like, I've worked with this guy for years. He's never going to turn this thing over to you. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened at the end of that day. When Wade gave me the tour and everything, he gave me the tour. He was real nice, everything, but he was very fearful for something. It was something weird about him. And when I met with her, she was just like, she was trying to fumble and nothing of the confidence she had prior. It was totally weird. And I knew. And then my cousin had called me later and said, man, I heard what happened at the job. And he was like, I didn't know, because he's like, I don't work in that department. And he's like, you know, you're ahead of me. You know, your credentials is like, I'm like in regular shipping. So he is like, when I found out what happened, I talked to one of the guys there, and they told me that guy, everything about him and how he moves and how he's like real fearful, and he was leaving that shift because he wants to work by himself. He don't like to be around people, and he's just weird. And he was like, that whole scenario was just bad. And I was like, hey, it's not a big deal. Like, that's not the end all be all of me. And now I run my own company. I have like 3 different businesses and LLCs, very successful.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Huh.
But that's why I was trying to advise you that not everybody has the same boat. For Black people here in America, people are judged by the color of their skin. Some people feel that way. And that's why I was trying to let you know that not just for me, I don't just base it all off me. Other people have had these, these struggles, because most of the jobs that are high paying are out here in the predominantly white areas. In the areas in the urban communities, they can possibly get jobs, but it's not enough money to pay for where they live. So they have to travel out to other areas. And it's like most of the females, they get the nursing jobs, they get free schooling, they get all of these things that the Black males don't seem to get. So it's a lot different when there's a color barrier involved in a lot of situations. That's what I was trying to explain to you.
Okay, fair enough. And I apologize, I've seen some of the comments there. Yeah, we'll probably come across as a bit cold and smug potentially. And it probably just comes from my fire. I like to exchange ideas.
I think they were talking about Carcino. They're not agreeing with Carcino, actually.
Oh no, I've seen a couple that were having a bit of a swipe, which is fine. I don't care. It's I take it on the chin. It's all good. I think I just like to challenge ideas and discuss, and think if there's another reason or another way that might be a better solution or a different mindset that could help people, I guess, get more forward in their life. And that was kind of partly why I wanted to come up, because I hear this argument a lot, like in the argument you had that, I couldn't get the job because of my race, or, in some cases, religion even as well. Probably not as big of an issue over in America, but it is here.
In other places.
And and so I guess the point that I make and that I always want to drive home is it doesn't matter what obstacles you have. I'm not discounting them or saying that they don't matter, but you've still just got to persevere on it. So even if they're having that, I'm not going to hire you because of your race. Well, okay, fuck them. Go somewhere else. Move. Go to a different city. If it's too long travel, there's things that you can do. You're never ever totally helpless unless you want to be. That's my message.
I understand that message of saying, like, hey, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm not saying that's what's happening to them and they just give up because of that. I'm just saying that's another hurdle and an obstacle that they go through. So I can't, because I don't know. Everybody's situations and conditions are different. So that's why I don't put everybody in the same boat. I don't say everybody's doing drugs, drinking, smoking marijuana.
Yes.
They can't do it.
That's not my assertion either, by the way. I agree with you on that.
I'm just saying in general, I can't generalize for every single household that's in the poverty, because there's a lot of people in the neighborhoods that are doing, like, they're surviving. They got a job, they work, and they still live in the environment that they live in. They're comfortable there, they work, and they have jobs. They don't live on, welfare. They're just poor, So it's just people have different conditions that they grow up in. And that's just like everybody's different. Every situation is different. So I just don't just say I made it so everybody can make it. I just don't believe that's fair to say for everybody. I think it's kind of almost insulting to them because I don't know their conditions and situations. So that's why I never do that.
Do you think, and this is to your credit, I would say, is that you're now a business owner as well, and you've brought yourself up, and business is going very well, I would assume.
Yes.
And you had that situation that we were going through before about you couldn't get the job and you got kind of thrown out before you even hired because of your race. Despite that, you're still a successful business owner.
Correct.
So wouldn't you consider yourself a shining example as to how it doesn't matter if there's people out there that won't judge you, or sorry, people that will judge you based on your race? It doesn't matter.
I wouldn't say it didn't matter. You're always going to run into that obstacle. But like I said, I'm different. I had a support system. I came up with a great family behind me to have my support. Like if I had anything that I really needed, I had a good support system behind me. So I had people who instilled in me those beliefs to keep going for it, no matter what. Well, I've never done drugs in my life. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any ear piercings. Our family was pure with keeping all the toxins and all this garbage of the rest of the world out and keeping focus and eyes on the prize. Our focus was education. Our focus was knowledge and trying to go out and be better. So I had that different. Not everybody has that kind of structure. So it's different from a lot of people. So I don't, that's why I don't judge people or say, hey, the person said, hey, I tried, but I had these obstacles going on. And I can't say they quit or they gave up and they just fell on the system. There are some people that they don't care about the system. They just want to get what they can get. They don't want to work. There are some people that are lazy. That's just how it is. It's all in America, probably some in Australia, probably some in the UK. It's people that's just lazy. And that's just how it is. And if you're gonna have people like that. But for me, I was never gonna be that. Like I would work 1,000 jobs before I go completely broke. There's no way. I was like, but for me, I know I had a support system to give me that. Other people might not have had that. And I've seen people who didn't have that. So
we come from, I think we come from very different backgrounds in that respect, but we still reach the same result, like being business, because I didn't have that support network at all. Nothing. If anything, I had people that were keen to see me fail and end up living in a bus stop. They would have celebrated, because they're just shit people. And so I didn't have the support of, people are patting me on the back. Yeah, you can fucking get there and all that stuff. It was, these fuckers want to see me fail, and I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of that, and I'm going to make my own destiny. Which I've done. Well, for now at least. Who knows? I go bankrupt tomorrow. Who knows? So but
it was very interesting though, because I ended up having to pick somebody up from the job, and they ended up working at the same place that denied me. And then I come pulling up. I pulled up there to pick them up from that job, and I was like, this place looks very familiar. And I was like, oh, this is the place. And I was like, oh my God, this is the place. And I come pulling in there, and I'm in an all white Mercedes laid out. And the people that I was like, this is amazing. Cause I was like, 10 years ago, I was in this place. So it's crazy. I was like, man, that's crazy. And here I am now. And I was like, I'm picking the guy up from work, and he's getting in the car, and I'm driving off. And I didn't have a grudge with them at all. And the general manager, she ended up getting a job in another place because they ended up moving the job to Fort Wayne, Texas. One of the plants. They still got a plant here, but they moved one of the plants to Fort Wayne, Texas. So she went out there. But she was very nice. She called me, and she actually sent me an email apologizing for everything. But she didn't want to tell me the real problem was actually him, because she wanted to hire me there. And I was just like, it's a good thing I didn't take that job, because if I took that job, I probably wouldn't have my businesses, my corporations, nothing.
Yeah, it's a blessing in disguise.
Right. It was a blessing in disguise. And I knew if he has that much reserve about me working there, and pretty much everyone would tell him, like, dude, if anybody black you want working here, it would be him. He's a prime example. This dude does not miss work. Like, My attendance for work is crazy. Like, dude, it was like 10 years. I didn't miss a day. Only time I missed a day is I was in the hospital. That was it. I did not miss work unless I took vacations or whatever. I didn't take sick days. I was all about, I'm like, if I miss work, I'm not getting paid. So I want to go to work and get paid.
At least you didn't have to answer a phone in hospital. I had to do that once. That wasn't fun. Literally out of surgery and stuff. Drugs are worn off, and it's like, oh, I'm in all this pain. And then, the phone rings next to me and I'm like, oh shit. I answer, how you go? What's up? What do you need? Oh yeah, cool. Are you all right? Because I can hear like the beeping in the background from one of the machines. I'm like, yeah, I'm in hospital at the moment, but yeah, if you need 5 minutes, because it's like, otherwise you don't get paid, like you said.
And here, man, in America, we had the government shutdown. This is why that led to that in 2008. They had the home crisis, like all the housing.
I know that very well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my background's finance and real estate, so I know that very well.
And I was at that time, like when that was going on, Countrywide Bank was working with our real estate. We have stocks in real estate, properties in real estates, gone. Countrywide was approving all of these people. And I was like, man, like we were getting too many people coming in. And then the person that would come in and get the home would end up getting a townhouse right along with it. I'm like, they came in for one house. How did they get a townhouse with that? It's like, they got the back end money. So they got the back end money and they used that. So we gave them 80,000 and they just got another property. I'm like, what? FICO scores of 550 and getting approved? I'm like, what?
Geez, that's high end FICO scores back then. They give you anything. Have you ever seen a movie called The Big Short?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen I know what a ninja loan is.
Yeah, I was about to use the ninja loan reference. I didn't know if you pick it up.
No, for anybody in the chat, that's no income, no job application.
Yeah, doesn't matter. You could just write on a napkin. I earn 200,000 a year and just give it to the bank. They give you whatever the fuck you want. It was crazy.
Yeah,
but
that killed this. That killed this.
Yeah, we actually learned a lot in Australia off the back of that, because the issue really is that if you couldn't pay your loan, you could basically just understand, you just handed the key back to the bank and went, here's the house, and then you just fuck off, and the debt is clear. Yep. That doesn't happen here. So if let's say you do that here, and let's say you got a $500,000 loan on the property, and the bank can only flip it for $400,000. They go, cool, we ended up having to file sale your property because you defaulted, but we lost $100,000. So now you have $100,000 debt still and no home. Good luck.
Wow.
And yeah, that's how they do it. Although after 2008 and that whole situation, there's a stupidly long process, very arduous. It's literally like a 2-year process for a bank to even be able to do that. It's extremely rare that happens. Like less than 0.5%.
Yeah, my cousin tried to get a property out there. He had a ETA authority to be in Australia. And,
sorry, I'm sorry, you broke up there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said my cousin tried to get a place out there, but he had an ETA, whatever that means.
An ETA?
Yeah, it's like
an American term.
Yeah,
the visa. Yeah, the visa. Yep. Okay.
Electronic thing. He was trying to get property over in Australia.
Yeah, we're very
because he was doing work with his job, so he was like, I wanted to get a place over there, but he got his ETA or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they put heavy restrictions, and New Zealand's the only country that we have which we don't really have a restriction on. So if you're a New Zealand citizen, you can, which is the country next to us, you can fly over, and even if you're a citizen there and not in Australia, you can still pretty much lend and get property normally. I think they tax you on the property. It's a purchase itself. There's a bit of a higher tax and fee if you're a New Zealand citizen, because our government loves putting their hand in everyone's pocket. But otherwise, if you're American or UK, Europe, whatever, they pretty much act as if your income is zero. You can, it's crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I have probably gone over my time. I do have this other panel I was meant to go to, but it was fun.
Yeah, this ended well. This ended well.
Yeah, it gets a little heated, but that's kind of
love the
kind of the style.
exchange.
Right. It ended well. We got to once we got all the information out, then everything got back. Right. We got to a great place.
Yeah. You're right. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mad Haddon. Yeah. There is a lot of ocean between us, but it's not like a stone. It's a stone's throw for us. We have a big country, and it's like no one here. it's crazy. Anyway, yeah. Appreciate you coming on
and visit this person that's over there because I've covered boxing. Boxing is one of my businesses.
Right.
So they came here to visit for a fight with Top Rank, and they went back over there. It says one of your middleweight. I think he's a welterweight, 147. He was your champ boxer over there. We were supposed to go over there to interview him, but you guys have too many poisonous animals for me. And I said, I'm not going to Australia. Everything can kill you. I got to sleep in a net. I'm like, oh no, I'm going.
You got to be careful of the drop bear. The drop bears. You got to be careful of the drop bear.
Dude, I saw that list. Y'all have like 35,000 things that can kill you in Australia.
Yeah, no, that's probably true. Yeah. If you go up to the Northern Territory, it's like the middle state up the top, and it's like Darwin's like the major city, although it's pretty much 5 guys in a shed. They've got like crocodiles there, and they just like you'll see like this massive like 200-kilo crocodile just like walking across your front yard, and people are like, okay, all good. We got some weird places here. But Misunderstood, thanks for having me up for a bit. Really appreciate you.
Do you have a channel? Am I flirting the Dawn? Do you want to tell us how to find you?
Yeah, I do have a channel. So it is The Original Vintage, at I'm The Original Vintage on YouTube. I have a Kick and a Rumble as well. You'll find me over on Speakeasy's channel as well, Verbal Combat. It's a debate show, 1v1s. It's blood sports debate, so it gets really fun, but respectful at the same time. And Misunderstood, you should definitely come and have a run at it. I think you'd really enjoy yourself.
Yes. I've been checking you guys out. I've been popping in, so I would love it. When is that? When you guys do that?
It is. I'm just trying to think because time zone. My time.
Okay.
I'm bad with time zone.
I was gonna shout out Christino, but he did tell us.
It's like about 36. I think it's like 36 hours from now. Something like 36. 30. Probably about like 38 hours from now, something like that.
I'll check it out. I'm shy, but it sounds fun. I'll try it.
Yeah, if you're really shy, then you just turn your camera off. Like it's not a requirement to be cammed, but you'll feel at home. Trust me. The way there's people that are on the left and right of politics. They talk about religion, philosophy, pop culture. It's actually pretty well in pop culture, surprisingly, because I thought I'd traditionally suck about on that topic, but and yeah, all sorts of weird and wonderful characters we are. So yeah, always welcome.
I'm down. Thank you for coming over. That was wild. That was fun.
Anytime, my friend. Yeah, well, you actually stream at a time that's good for me for my time zone. So it's like what's the time now? It's about 8:30 p.m. here. So
wow.
So that's like after work for me. Even though I technically. Well, office closes at 5, although that never ever happens. But speaking of which, my work phone is pinging off as I say that. So
I enjoyed you.
But yeah, all right. Stay blessed, all. Have a great one.
Take care.
See you on the next one.
All right. Well, that was a healthy exchange, guys. I told you, it gets a little crazy over here, but at the end of the day, shout out to Carcino, you guys. Subscribe to his channel, Carcino for Life. That was a healthy exchange. There's a lot that I could say. Claude, you awake?
Yeah, I've been awake.
I gotta no, my brain isn't fresh enough to really give you guys my thoughts on it. I love both sides, and neither one came to play. That's what I'm gonna say. LaDawn shared a powerful testimony. I always love that. I believe
LaDawn was she wasn't. You talk about not coming to play. She came not to play.
she came not to play. I see why she uses that avatar. Sally O'Malley, are you black? I didn't see her blacklist. LaDawn. LaDawn would tear up the house. She'll tear up the house. But I wasn't worried. Usually when people are going back and forth, you guys, I go on mute. You know why? I don't like when people silence me. So when you guys were saying, hey, let homeboy speak, I thought he was doing just fine. And he came and presented his points. I was mad at Carcino's flag, but Carcino responded. And at the end, we laugh. We enjoy each other.
Yes.
Don't like the policies or the ideals, but I like the person behind it, okay?
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
Guys, are we still friends? Are we still friends? LaDawn, you and I have to do a stream together, sis. You
I would love that.
LaDawn and I would do a stream.
I will be there, without a doubt.
Claude,
without a doubt.
Smiling again, Claude.
Jay Dunn.
Fool, you didn't like my dance? Whatever. If
I did.
Wait a minute. I forgot about Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn came into the chat. Before I go, Jay Dunn came into the chat talking about the Central Park 5. That's how Claude and I got into this situation in the first place. That's why Claude and I are at odds right now, Jay Dunn. I don't know if you knew that, but I don't know if Jay Dunn knows that, but that's why we're where we are today. But Claude and I are going to have to work it out another day. Well, yeah, LaDawn, let me know. Those are my favorite subjects. What you want to talk about. Let me look at your comments before. You're welcome, LaDawn. My father's
hell flavor.
Wait a minute. Jay Dunn, I highlighted her comment and didn't read it. You would have been arguing about what? Jay Dunn, I caught your commentary.
Thank you, Jay Dunn. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Jay Dunn. Nothing.
Here we go. Oh, there's my favorite Browns fan.
If somebody is talking about Iran and you bring up something that's way back in the past, then it's gonna go left, Claude. What part of that don't you understand? Damage. It was a good one. It was a good debate.
Here we go.
We'll talk about another time. We'll talk about another time.
I
You're
look
saying Team Claude, but I'm saying Team MU. I'm saying.
Now you see why I had to see that.
I'm saying Team MU is because of Claude that. You guys think that I'm not sensitive about the Central Park 5? I am so sensitive. I'm so sorry that happened. But it's the Central Park 5, not the Central Park 6.
See, here we go again. No, that's why we're at odds.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because you think you're making it about me.
I am so
and
sorry.
I'm not.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. You're being messy.
I am so sorry. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
Being very messy.
What I mean to say is that there's no amount of compensation that could ever make up for that. And it's so sad. And for the ones that was in it, I'm sorry. And for the ones that had to experience it, I'm sorry about that. I just cover current news. And DPG, I'm not getting your messages. I cover current news. Claude and I'm sorry, that was shady of me a little bit. I apologize for that, Claude. But we're at ends and we're beefing about that. So, don't beat me up. They want to get, I'm not getting your messages.
That's
I'm
a good
telling
time.
you now. Can you leave me a comment on Sally? I said I was sorry, but we're at odds right now. So if I said something to get under his skin, don't be mad at me. But I cover current news. I don't cover, Leave me a message under one of my videos and I can find you from there. If you, because I
See, we
can't
couldn't
find
have a
you.
clean day. We could not have a clean day where it would have been, oh, we were making progress, I thought, but here we go.
Well, I felt that you brought up something that was off subject because we were talking about Iran and then you started talking about something else.
Could not have a clean day. Couldn't.
This was J Dun's fault.
Oh no, this was your fault. Miss Central Park 6. And there's that smug, innocent, so-called face there. There it is.
I smile and I get nervous. I apologize.
Where's the collagen water?
I drink it.
There you go.
I just want you to live in the moment. I want you to
There's
live in
that
the moment.
face. Yeah, there you go.
Look at J Dunn. See, J Dunn started this. J Dunn knew exactly what she did. And now Claude and I are back where we are. Let me get Claude. Claude, listen. Why'd you turn your camera off? I want to talk to you.
No, well, because
okay, we have to have this conversation another day. I have to go to bed.
I'll turn it back on.
Claude,
But that's why I had it off.
You have to move past. You have to move past this. I'm not telling you to get over it. I'm telling you to enjoy today. Good night, LaDawn.
You don't think I enjoy these days? I enjoy every day above ground.
And this is J Dunn's fault right now. Because this is how we started. This is where we are, but we'll continue this another day. I want to end on a good note, Claude. I want to end on a good note.
Well, we were almost there, but Miss Central Park 6 had to say, she had to go there.
I think that it's important to remember the people that was actually involved in that. And let's stay current today. You don't think I sympathize with your experiences?
It doesn't sound like it.
I do. I do.
Look at that smile. Look there. Absolutely.
I think that you should have told me how you felt about your ideas are flawed, and I really thought you were more conservative, but I accept the person. But when you're spreading propaganda and left-wing ideas, I just think that you have to be kind of careful. And I really didn't know you felt as strongly against Trump that you do. I'm not preaching about Donald Trump. I'm not preaching about Donald Trump. It's not about Donald Trump. But I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay down, and I'm gonna let you get your thoughts together, because clearly you're troubled, and let's just call it night, Colin, because I'm not about to go there with you right now.
I noticed the later it gets, the more unhinged you become. Just saying.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Shout out to Claude and the big left.
No. I'm independent. There is no left wing or right wing as far as there is, but
okay, let's just lay this is okay. I'm gonna rest. I think we had a good night, and
it was a more positive, more productive.
I cannot believe J Dunn just. I'm so mad at J Dunn right now. I'm so mad. Claude, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Close down.
See, there's do it for the doc. That's another T-shirt. I think you should make that. Do it for the doc.
Why am I unhinged? I'm unhinged. Okay.
The later it gets, the more unhinged she gets.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, you guys. Number one, I love this country. I love this country so much. I'm praying for myself. I'm praying for you guys. I don't know what happened, Claude. This whole time we were streaming together, I really didn't know his ideas, and I think you have to be careful with some of the stuff that you listen to. I can understand the guests and people that come in and out, but somebody that's next to me that's streaming with me all the time, I just felt that he had that he should have said, you know what? I thought he was conservative. I thought that Claude had more, he was more of a support for the right. And I don't care if you guys are from the right or the left. I don't care. But I just kind of felt that you had we need to watch out for Carcino. We like Carcino. Carcino.
Minus the Iranian flag.
I may not like his politics, but I like him as a person. Mm-hmm. Claude, let's go to bed. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, it is almost 7:00 here in New York. So
good night.
Good night.
Jadon knows exactly what she did. I'm not sure why she did that, you guys, but I stand by what I said. I'm sorry for past experiences, but we're in 2026 and you can't change the past, but you can. I'm not excusing the past, but we got to stay present, and I cover current topics. All right. Shout out to everybody that came on the panel. My brain is tired. I'm gonna lay it down. Jadon, I have to deal with it later. Thank you, Real Trump, for the donations. Thank you guys for the super chats. I got them. Thank you for the super stickers. 23B right. I got them. I'm gonna lay it down. Feel free to leave me a comment under my community post, and I will talk to you guys. That I care about y'all. Jadon, you'll hear from me. You'll be hearing from me. You'll be hearing from me. Check your messages. Bye, you guys.